Right. We'll see how this goes because oh shit, I've closed that and I shouldn't have.
Dickhead.
That and the tea talk has ruined the British. They're not ruined it. It's in every British head.
Okay. Right.
Left.
I'll be here by your time. That one.
I did wonder which one you were listening to.
Yes.
I'm to be the man of the house.
Okay. So for those who are watching and who will be watching and all that, Epic the Musical released its final saga on Christmas Day, the Ithaca Saga, and 3 things: 1, holy shit; 2, holy shit;
Oh, shit.
and 3, holy shit, it's
shit.
over. But holy shit, it was amazing. So be prepared for lots of tears and discussions about this.
I cry.
Prepared.
Okay, right. Da-da-da-da-da. That one.
We're organized. Bum 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 bum.
We are not organised. We are far
I
from
have a pencil and my notebook. I'm organised.
I have dice and a keyboard, which is slightly
Jack,
singed.
you're the only one.
Okay. Right. So, good evening. Hope everybody had a very good Christmas because
Merry
Christmas
Christmas.
time has just happened. Or good Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever they are. I don't know the other ones, unfortunately. But hope they
Wow.
were all enjoyable. I don't listen to things. I barely do Christmas. I just give presents and then just go, hi, food, nom nom. That's all I do.
I respect it.
Yeah, it's all Christmas is for nowadays. It's a pagan holiday mixed with a Christian holiday. It's fine. So we are going to jump into tonight and do some D&D's for the. This will be the last one of the year,
Dun,
won't it?
dun, dun.
We have to do one tomorrow.
And then we'll be picking up in 2025. It's weird. It's a year where both James and I are 30.
Old
I've
man.
already
I hate
passed
it.
that mark.
Yeah, we know you have.
You're an old
You're an
man.
old man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll jump straight into tonight,
Jack,
and
you may be the oldest, but you are the most beautiful here.
we'll see
Oh,
how
well,
this
thank you.
goes. You are.
Not true, but thank you.
So,
I
Josh,
tried.
if you would, roll credits.
I don't know how I feel about being name dropped there, but I kind of like it.
Da-da-da-da. So, now that we're back, who would like to give a detailed, non-biased,
I'm out the window.
and non-little
Some.
bitch
Oh.
version of what happened in our previous session?
I feel that the non-biased leaves only one person. Ryan, you're up.
I know I have to be complimented that you call me non-biased.
Be
Go
what
on,
you
Jack. You got notes.
Oh.
He wants it.
So last session, Ismu had just got power word killed.
The bison is here, guys.
Die.
That's what happened. So as we came in, we had a conversation with Eliath. We didn't immediately kill him, which was for the good because he was being controlled by Isaiah.
Dickhead.
But-
Sorry, the bias is slipping through. Just Perry's little chuckle.
We obviously had a very long talk trying to figure out how much he knew, how much he didn't, what he was in control of and not. In the end, we found out he was continually fighting Isaiah for 600 years, because that's how long he'd been controlled for. Most of the time, pretty much all the time, he had no control, and he was only able to influence slight things like the self-harm and the drinking and that sort of thing. We also managed to get some more information about the Mist Legion and everything. Basically about Elias' backstory and how it all fit with Isaiah's current plot, because he was trying to essentially infect or not, no, that's the wrong word, possess or brainwash the prince so as to get an in into the Silver Star Kingdom. Luckily, we managed to stop said plan. Eliath then called in his bargain with Gretch Ethel, which ended up for him giving up his vampirism when he needed it most in exchange for de-petrifying Pan, who was one of his companions from way back when. As this was happening, we had a astral projection of a extremely tall elf called Luden. However, he then managed to get stuck in this plane and seemed to lose either some of his powers or it was only part of him that got stuck here because he seemed very powerful when he first came through. We then,
Almost as if he got level capped.
yes, Gretch Ethel then completed her end of the bargain, taking the vampirism, freeing Pan. We then had a good talk with everyone, and we found out more about where they come from, who was good, who was bad, that sort of thing.
Who the ugly was.
Yes. Sarkin then had a little chat with Eliath because he turned out to be the sort of creator of the covens, which Sarkin was a part of, is one of the 4 covens, and it seemed to be something slightly off about the covens and put some quite serious questions up. Sarkan then had a little private conversation with Gretch Ethel, and then we all headed back to the city. Zidar jumped out of a window instead, because it actually turned out, when we eventually looked out the window, that we were above Ansharis the whole time, and he kind of had a little existential crisis and just jumped out the window on a dragon. So we then headed back, met back up with Zathara, tried to make her not kill Eliath immediately, which she didn't, and then headed back to the inn or Yuki's manor for some rest. And ta-da.
Nice. I love the fact that you said eventually we looked out the window.
Hmm.
Took you all 3 hours.
Yeah.
And Ryan to go, is there windows in here? All along the back wall. Really big ones.
I was working up to it.
I feel like the DM just didn't describe their windows.
No.
I feel like we could have all passively seen out the window.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you would have just
Sky.
seen sky. So Yuki, if I'm not mistaken, you went back to Zimana, didn't you?
Everyone else
Okay.
headed back to the inn.
So let's break this down slightly. We'll go with your kind of original. Yeah.
Can you start the map, please?
Yes.
Thank
That would
you.
help.
No. Ah.
Thank you.
So Gunfar, Quetz, where would they go?
In.
In as well. Okay.
Yuki would have given his room key over to Gunfar.
Gunfar, Quetz. Luden would have also gone to the inn.
He doesn't know fuck about this plane.
Okay.
Elias,
Given
where did
Zathara
you
would
go?
obviously follow you. Yuki has gone over to the manor. Sarth is still here for some reason. Where would Sarth have gone?
Darth would have spent the last night in the inn. You paid for it. Not gonna waste it.
True. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go over to Yuki first. Because it's a one person and it'll be a little bit easier to do. So that one. Okay.
God,
No
God,
other
it's
fuckers
fine.
here.
That
all,
fucker's
all
back.
my things.
That fucker's back. Yeah, I thought he was gone too. It's been 7 years. You're still pissed. He almost beat you that time. Fuck you. I'm just saying. So UK, it is by the way, you guys walking back, kind of Eliath pops his hood up, keeps his head down. Zathara is still just carrying Gib. She doesn't really say much on the way. Gib practically falls asleep in her arms. Would there be any conversation sort of through the city? Would anybody try to make a conversation, or would you talk to each other?
Goliath, you may try to hide yourself with a hood, but I think I stick out like a sore thumb stood next to you.
He just kind of tucks it over a little bit more. Yes.
Oh, should I not name drop you?
That's probably not the best thing to do, but well, I mean, I do look different now. Maybe the hood isn't needed. No, I'm still going to keep it up just in case anybody recognizes my face. It still kind of looks the same.
Probably not enough to walk openly in the city just quite yet.
Well, their hair's no longer white, so that's always good.
Gunfire would
stuff.
kind of hold Quetz and Sarf back as we're walking. So what's yours got his plans after this then? I don't know where you've been, Sarf, or what you've been doing.
Busy.
Well, that's not a good answer.
I'm gonna go back and keep healing. I've been healing a lot of people in the city. Lord General's arm's looking a lot better.
Well, we've got Isamu's body that we need to do something with. Do you want to come with me to the dwarf place to take his body back?
I think that'll be right. Yeah.
So,
Oh, an extra for the companion. I already agreed. You're very good at killing big things, so I could use a heart.
you're not having my heart. I need that.
No.
I'd die without my heart.
If we kill, if we kill a large target, something powerful, I could use its heart for some magic.
Okay, so we'll go to the dwarves then. Okay, does anyone remember the way?
Yeah.
I have a map. It turns out.
I thought there was only one map.
There was. I accidentally put it in my bag after the poor, what was his name, Quinn died.
I thought I was stupid.
You are Gunfire,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's fine.
His
Well,
body disintegrated, and I might have stole his pouch real quick. I was a little cheap on gold at that stage.
Well, I suppose it ain't stealing if he's not using it anymore, is it?
No, he's not wrong.
I like your thinking. And Quetz, that's surprising to hear.
Hey, as long as you've not done anything, as long as the body isn't desecrated, items.
Oh,
and
there
stuff,
was
that's
no
different.
body, was there?
Exactly. So, let's take Isamu back to the dwarf hold.
We need to eat and drink first.
I could
And
do
probably
with
sleep.
a bit of recuperation to regain some energies.
The weird devil boy gave me his room key, so we got somewhere to sleep.
Weird devil. Oh, yeah. He was
Yeah,
Yuki.
the angry looking one.
the one with the horns. He was odd, and that's coming from us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't mind, Gunfer, if you want to take the bed, I'll just rest up in the corner. You know me, I don't need to sleep properly.
That's true. Also, I wouldn't fit in the corner probably. I've not seen this in, but I'm assuming
You
it
might
doesn't
not fit
have
in the bed, to
big
be honest.
man-sized bed. I'll find a way.
You'll need to be a ball.
Yeah, I think he'll have to curl up. You never know. If you ask nicely, and I kind of lean in, Zathara might share it with you.
I highly doubt that.
Oh, so
Although
do I,
she's
but you
welcome.
can try.
You lean into Gunfire or to Zathara?
Gunfire, because it's us three. I'm not dumb enough to say that to Zathara.
What's your passive perception?
13. No,
13?
that's wait,
You know it is.
that's on Jack. Let me check. I haven't got Quetz's open.
I thought your
I was
passive perception was higher.
I was about to say
It might
Gunfire's
be.
is 20, but it's not.
Passive perception on Quetz is where's Quetz? Quetzalcoatlus. Oh, it's worse. It's 10.
Yeah.
You do notice that as you whisper that into Zathara, she slows down ever so briefly walking.
No, it's
And
no
then
you
just
quit.
carries on walking.
I'm in danger.
Well, she can be Big Spoon if she wants to be.
Eliath is walking like really, really close to Pan. Still kind of like towering over him slightly, because obviously he is a lot taller.
Pan is short.
Yeah, and he just kind of puts a hand down on Pan's shoulder with the thing up, the hood up still. And he's just like, it's incredibly good to have you back.
It's really good to be back, you know, after all these years and all these troubles I've seen you go through. But really, you gave up your vampirism for me?
Well, there was nothing in the deal about not being able to get it back.
I feel like I underestimated you in Feydeal sometimes, Eliath.
I spent almost 300 years in the Fey realm
Well,
with
true.
you.
True. I mean,
You kind of get used to them.
and you did learn from the best and he kind of dust off his shoulders. You know?
I mean, I knew you for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, but there was that one time, you know, where I gave up my heartbeat and all that.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it was more like 2 months.
Yeah.
True.
You actually had downtime.
Actually, yeah, that Fey deal was rather interesting. I got an owl from that. That broke.
Yeah. Well, I can't even remember. It's been so long, I can't even remember everything else I got from that. But, I mean,
Root around in your bag. I'm sure you'll find it eventually.
well, true. But it is good to be back, although I do miss Goldie.
Oddly enough, so do I. Hopefully, Luden will be able to. Well,
Yes.
if things sort themselves out here, we might be able to go back.
And as long as Goldie's dad isn't too annoyed with us. Although,
Well, if
given the
Goldie's-
circumstances, I think he would be understanding.
If Goldie's bigger now, it means the others did their job.
True. I wonder how big he... Oh, do you think he won't be an adult after...
Oh,
Luden, how
there's-
long has it been you said we were gone?
Oh, it was 271 years.
How quickly do dragons grow?
It depends on how much gold they gave him.
Okay, is Goldie an
big.
adult? Is he big, is he?
He's big.
Oh, are we talking adult or a bit smaller?
Big.
Oh,
That's
God.
the word you're getting from me. It's been a while since I've seen him myself.
Okay.
I mainly correspond with his father.
Understandable. Oh my god, can you imagine them trying to deal with a teenage Goldie?
Oh, the temper tantrums.
Oh,
Teenage
the
Dragon,
petulant
sure that was a show.
childishness. Oh. Say that again, sorry?
I'm sure Teenage Dragon was a show.
American Teenage Dragon or something.
American
Yeah.
Dragon, Jake Long.
Yeah.
American Dragon! Don't sue us, Cartoon Network.
They will.
They will!
They will after this. They ruined the art style in the second half.
Yes. They've ruined the show. Anyway.
It's Cartoon Network. They ruin everything.
Oh,
Gotta sell those
Look at
toys.
Ben 10 after Ultimate Alien.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't.
Right, let's move on before we
Yep.
rabbit hole.
So you guys carry on walking. Yuki kind of separates off, heads through. It is nighttime. The streets are kind of not empty. There are still definitely people walking around, but it's nowhere near as busy as during the day. Yuki, you get to the outskirts of the manor. A guard sees you coming in, and he just gates
Good on
open.
you, Jeffrey. Get that gate open.
And
Walk
yeah,
on in. Did you have a
Uh,
guard? Maximus, where's Ilani?
I believe she's in the study, sir.
Lovely.
and my name is Steve.
Completely guessing all of their names.
He just kind of gives you like a sort of a half smile ish.
I guess
I
there's
love
one
how
that-
you go all the way around
Yeah. Knock on the door
because there's
and then walk in.
a door here.
That's cool. That's not the door that we were ever let in through. though.
No, true. Do
Exactly.
you walk in? Do you knock?
3 knocks and then walk in.
She's kind of sat there back to you in like a high end chair, book open, sort of side on a little bit so you can see her. She's like, yes, oh. She closes the book, stands up. She's like, well, you're back, so either it went horribly wrong and he's escaped, or you succeeded.
Well, I'm still looking very bloodied and bruised, so I'd look at her and go, 1, that's a really ominous looking chair. 2, guess.
chair was commissioned by your sister.
And she has ominous taste.
She did, definitely. I'm assuming you murdered him? You are covered in disgustingness.
Mm, This disgustingness is all mine. Thank you very much.
Oh.
Not even close.
Well, come, sit down, sit down.
Let's sit down. Can I sit in the ominous looking chair? It looks quite comfortable.
Of course. She sits in a chair sort of next to it.
Sit in the ominous looking chair.
It is quite comfortable.
Ah. I needed that after the day I've just had. So, turns out, Elias the evil vampire man isn't evil. He also wasn't alive, although he was alive, but not alive.
Every word in that sentence you just said made 0 sense.
If I say there was involvement from the 8th, would you be surprised?
Her face kind of drops slightly. Oddly enough, with everything that's been happening at the moment, no, well, I would believe you.
How many of them have you? How many of them are you familiar with?
By name, none spring to mind. It's not something that's widely known.
You just hear an
Ah.
echo. Arcus!
In the city.
Well, it won't be of too much gravitas to you then. But there was a guy called Zidar. I don't know what his thing is. Mind control maybe. Yeah, he'd climbed up alive his ass, and he'd been there for the past like 600 years. He said.
Oh my.
And yeah, we beat the ghost out of him, literally and figuratively. Yeah, so we freed him from his possession, and we're gonna take him back with us.
I feel like you've just coined a new expression.
Who you
Or
gonna
beat the ghost
call?
out of
Yuki Manzo!
him.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Beating the ghost out of people. That's quite interesting.
Mm.
Right. So you what does that mean for Dorfir? And more importantly, my
Well,
children.
the deal doesn't stand. Elias says there is no weight to that deal. He does not plan to act on it. And I highly doubt Azai is going to come back. And if he does, then I'll beat the ghost out of him.
And she kind of grabs one of your hands, puts hers over it. She's like, I don't think thank you's quite enough for everything you've done. Well, you and your friends have done. I'll admit at the moment I'm a little bit lost for words. I don't quite know what to do with Dorfir. He did try to sell us out, of course, regardless of who it was to.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to help with that moral decision. That's a you thing. But there's no need to thank me. It wasn't a favour, it's a responsibility. Just something that Hero Uncle has to do.
You are under no obligation to this family. I understand
So
that you are
humble.
definitely a part of it. But you are under no obligation to serve us in any capacity that you don't want to.
Yuki the humble Manzo.
He's the humble owl.
I will ponder on what to do with Dorfir for the moment. I'm not going to let him know this. I'm going to let him stew in his mistake for the moment, see what he comes up with, and then deal with
I'd
him.
definitely twist the knife a little bit.
Oh, I intend to, 100%.
Not just like a smack in the nuts.
He may not have them after I'm done with him.
Oh, poor man, poor man.
Regardless, you and your
You said
friends.
you were older, yeah?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, tracks.
Regardless, you and your friends have done, well, tremendous work for this city, for the Silver Star Kingdom, and for this family. So, by all means, rest here this evening. I'm surprised the rest of them aren't with you.
They all paid for rooms at the tavern, and there's probably double of us now, actually. Maybe more.
Right. Well, you would have been welcome here, but I'm kind of glad it's
Well,
just you.
It's a good job you said that, because I gave one of them my room key. So I wasn't planning on returning, so I was either going to be sleeping here or on the street.
You are more than welcome to stay here. Are you heading off with them in the morning?
I'll be going back in the morning. I can't stay, unfortunately. There's
We-
a planet that needs my help.
You are welcome here at any point. Feel free to
Thank you.
return home.
I'm sure I'll take you up on that offer.
Prince.
I will.
What?
Prince.
I'll have a little surprise waiting for you in the morning. I will bring you breakfast, and then you can head back to your friends. I'll have one of the guards pop in, and just if I can't get him to speak to them, I'll leave a message with the innkeeper, just to tell them to wait for you until you return. I don't want them leaving without you. And
Oh, you don't need to make me breakfast. I like sausage and bacon, but you don't need to.
I won't be making it. Don't worry. I won't be making it personally anyway.
That was
Aw.
so passive aggressive. I love it.
Regardless, you look absolutely shattered, so I would recommend that you get some sleep.
Thank you. I'm just glad you didn't say terrible.
About
The, the word had crossed my mind, but you've been through enough. I don't want to insult you too much.
Am I good to take Dorfear's room again? It's quite a plump bed.
I have had it cleaned, so yes, you are more than welcome to. He won't be using it for a while.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your ominous chair and your book. I'm going to go and lay face down in a pile of pillows.
If
and
you would
not be
like
comforts.
a wash beforehand, there is a tub out back.
It's okay. I like sleeping in my own blood.
Very well.
Good night.
Good night. And as you leave, she gets up and sits in there. As she walks over to the chair, you see her kind of, she dusts off the seat slightly and then sits down. She opens up her book.
She just hears a foot from the other room.
She's
Dill didn't tell her about the prince.
You don't care about the prince.
because he can't hear you.
I know,
You
Just a
don't
but
very
he
care
loud
was
about the prince.
reminded to do that before he left.
So the rest of you,
That's a
you
lot.
arrive in the town square, and you enter into the tavern. It is a very rowdy kind of atmosphere at the moment. It's kind of the sort of mid after the change. Tarlav, how many Fs do I want you to have at the moment?
18.
I got you covered, Perry.
So yeah, you all kind of walk into the. Thank you. Knew I was missing someone.
Wow. Panatus
You all
of
sort
all
of
people. Wow.
walk into the tavern and sort of spread out slightly because you can't all fit through the door, and
Oh,
everybody
Wait, can
fits.
Luden even fit through the door?
And if Gunfer can, Luden can, because Luden's
yeah.
just
As you guys all walk in, the entire bar just turns around and just goes, "Way!" and go back to drinking.
Jack
You all get
White,
made to feel really
go
welcome.
away.
And Tarlaf over at the bar kind of looks, sees that people have entered, and just goes, "Ah." He kind of the guy in front. He's like, "No." And the dude just kind of like, "Ah, fine," and just stumbles over. It just kind of on the table, just sits there for a minute. He kind of looks, sees you all, looks over towards who's kind of at the front, Jack, and just kind of goes, ushers you all over.
He'd get the nod of recognition, and Jack would lead the party over.
Gunpar's just very quickly going to take Isamu's body upstairs and plonk him in Yuki's room.
Pan would
And
get
then
distracted by the music and go over to buy Siegfried, I'm not going to lie. And bearing in mind he hasn't heard music for 1,000 years, he's just going to sit there like a little puppy, like, like,
Yeah, I
eyes.
thought you were going to say slut.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he
what
is.
it sounded like.
You're mistaking Pan and you, Perry. So anyway, and he's going to just sit there like wide-eyed, just drinking in the music and the atmosphere.
Is it wise to insult your DM during a
Yes,
Dungeons
fuck
and
you.
Dragons game?
Fuck
No.
you. I will fight you.
You will
You
lose.
will lose.
I will lose, but I will fight you.
Starts with kind of, good night. I need some preparations for tomorrow's journey.
Night, off.
As you kind of come over, he's like, "All right, lads, you look like you've been through, well, the hells and back, to be perfectly honest."
You're not far off. Let's just say, and Jack would lean in, the mission was a success, and then he gave him a very over-the-top wink.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, Eliath kind of walks over with Pan, but stands very muchly off to the side, kind of very much like hunched over, hidden. Right. Okay. I was gathering some information, but I don't think you're going to need it now. So that makes perfect sense. Music's playing in the background, and Siegfried kind of is looking around, sees that Pan's sort of there, and he just gives you a nod. Looks around, looks at the bar as if to call Tala for a drink, and sees Jack and goes, "Ah,
He forgot,
thing,"
didn't
and
he?
just ends the song. Comes over, and he kind of like over around the chair, scampers over really quickly, and just goes, "Yeah, could I have a little word with you quickly? Just come up, just over here." He sort of pulls you over towards the fireplace, practically like by the shoulder.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, so I have found out some information for you. I
yeah.
know that you want it. The man that you are looking for has white hair. He's an elf,
Yes.
and I think, not 100% at the moment, but I think he's a vampire.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to help.
Weirdly enough, it actually does, because we were a little bit uncertain on the vampire part, but thank you for confirming that.
Oh, you are most welcome.
That I say that corroborates a few of the bits, so that he almost certainly confirms he was a vampire. He's a vampire. Yeah. I mean, thank you. That is going to be very helpful in tracking him down and saving people.
No, that's no problem at all. I will continue to see if I can gather any information for you.
Hold fire, because, and I'm going to lean in very conspiratorially. Come here. Make a big play of looking around. We think we know where he is, so don't want to tip him off anymore. We're going to move on him tomorrow.
Oh, okay, it's good. Right, that's okay. Yeah. So, but he kind of looks around. I will keep my ears open just in case.
Thank
If
you.
I hear anything, I will obviously let you know.
Absolutely, and again, you're an amazing player and an invaluable companion.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I will see what I can do.
Thank you, thank you.
She kind of goes back. He said, right. Starts playing again.
And I just sit at the bar and go, I forgot to tell him we'd found her alive. It was fuck.
Talif is like, yeah, I think he was supposed to be looking for some information for you. I think he found out some decent stuff.
Yeah. No, but yes, because he's lovely and I don't want to dishearten him, but yes.
Well, I mean, he's probably still going to look for you. I'm assuming you're only staying for another night.
I mean, one more night and then I think we'll actually have to go back to Ansharis. Gentlemen? I mean...
Yes, I think that would be a good plan.
We do have someone to get home as such.
And he kind of looks around, and the prince is, again, he's hooded, looking very beaten and disheveled, in a lot of pain. He's kind of holding just everything, just slumped up against the banister. And Tarlaf kind of looks and goes, "Oh, by the gods.
Yep.
Do I have to curtsy or anything?"
Yes.
No. You would bow, but he doesn't want to. We don't want to save it for the officials. No, don't worry. This is he's unofficially here, if you know what I mean. We don't want to draw attention.
He kind of reaches behind in the key cabinet. He's like,
Instant panic.
"Yeah, give him that room. It's the best one in the place.
You sure?
Yeah, it's called the Prince Suite for a reason.
Certain irony, and I'm sure it will be appreciated by everyone.
Don't tell him that; he'll get us shut down."
Oh! I'll tell him it's their royal suite.
Yeah, just go for that. I don't care
Yeah.
what you say.
Yeah.
Just make sure he gets there. And I would recommend before one of these drunk assholes recognize him, just get him upstairs.
Yeah. I would quickly shuffle over and go, Zathara, Gib, and your Highness, and palm the key into Zathara's hands. Best room in the house, on the house. Go get him in there where it's safe, please.
She's kind of holding Gib in just one arm. She's like, right, okay. She kind of turns to him and she's like, Your Highness, can you make it up the stairs?
I can hold the small child.
Luden, if you could, that would be. We'd be.
And she kind of hugs him in a little bit closer, sort of looks at Luden and just looks away.
If
I
you could
don't
help the
bite.
prince, then instead.
I'll
Oh,
cut
shit.
him in half if he hurts Gib. You
I-
can give him over.
And
Can you
the
say you
prince-
can eat the child?
Do you don't trust people? At least she knows if I'm here, I will actually cut you in half if you hurt him.
I haven't been threatened in so long.
He's my emergency food, so you definitely can't hurt him.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
the prince kind of, whilst holding everything he can, it's just like, yes, I can do the stairs. I'll be fine. And he kind of, and he just hobbles up the stairs, and one of the commoners just goes, "You all right, mate?" Zathara shoots him daggers, and he just goes, "Oh, yeah, nope, you're fine. Never mind."
I just like he got into a bar fight in another bar, so we're just getting him to this amazing pub and bar. So it's nice here, so we know we won't have trouble. So that's why, don't worry.
Zathara goes, "You should see the other guy." She walks up the stairs, holding Gib. They go off. They disappear out of sight.
Oh, panic over. I say panic, but worry over.
Tarlaf's got both hands on the bar, sort of like partially hyperventilating.
Tarlaf. Come. Here's think of the positives. You help us. Well, you help the gentleman. Let's call him, and we will make sure the Lord General and Her Highness are aware of it as well.
I don't think I want that kind of recognition, to be perfectly honest. But here I am, so this is the way it is.
Do you not want to be have a pub, kind of with a royal decree that it is the best pub in the city?
I have rats living in my attic. Do you honestly think this is the best place for a member of the
Yes.
royal family to be staying?
Yes, because no one would think to look here.
Kind of stops. Great, so not only is he here, you've now made a target for me for those that would think of looking here. Fuck. Gee,
We'll be
big guy,
going-
you're on guard tonight. Looking at Garth.
There's two of
Garth?
Oh,
Gunfar?
he's long dead. That guy.
He's long dead.
Look, I'm just like, which big guy? There's now two of them.
I
He's
think
big,
he
but he
was
looks like a
talking about
pansy.
me.
Most elves usually are.
Um,
I'm all about him because he's big and strong, and he offers up a hand for a high five.
Insulted
for a high five.
twice.
A high
Yeah,
five, and you
you
kind of
kid.
clasp like
Whoa.
proper, and there's like muscles just like from both of them as they like.
You know that scene from Full Metal Alchemists where Armstrong meets the other muscle guy? He's just
Do you have my axe?
muscle
I know
guy,
you'll
you know.
protect this place, so that's fine. You're all good. You all look like 10 piles of shit in 8 piles of dung. So
How about a
think I look
round
pretty good.
for everyone?
yes, I will definitely get you that.
Thank
And he
you.
goes
very
back and he pours loads of ale, just on the bar for all of you. And he looks over at Lude and just goes, "Is this going to be all right for you, you ponce?"
I need to process my thoughts currently because it's been
Puts it down in front of you.
Okay, just as a heads up, from what we've been told, he's a son of a god, so maybe not from around here, but just be careful.
Kind of looks at you and just goes, "I wouldn't care if he's the son of the bloody whatever's higher than a god. He's in my domain now."
Ooh. Yeah, but
I can raise your domain.
oh,
Right.
You can't pick this up. You got skinny arms.
Puts an arm on a bar, head in arms, goes, "Go on."
Not with my mind, Gunther. No, sorry, not with my arms, with my mind.
Go for it.
I'm wasting a fifth level
Luden.
spell.
No,
Shit.
no, Luden. No, no, no. Bad elf.
I cast telekinesis.
Dispel
On
magic.
what?
Telekinesis is Joshua. We're using new rules. You don't stand a chance. Telekinesis is a concentration spell, and I choose the objects I lift.
What's level are you
Oh no, I'm
casting
thinking
at?
of counter spell. It's only a fifth.
I would use 5th level dispel magic the moment I see one thing lift.
Do you have any 5th levels left?
I haven't used a 5th level.
You've leveled up and haven't taken a long rest. You don't have the slot.
Is that how it works?
Well,
We
Pretty
haven't
sure it's
rested yet, so technically we're
I would
still.
use 4th level and need to roll for it then.
What are you going to attempt to lift?
I'm just going to slowly lift bit by bit by bit by bit by bit.
But what?
Start with the table behind me.
You start lifting the table behind you, and all the the people that are on it are like, oh, Tarlaf, this is a neat trick you're doing, but my drink's on that table, so would you mind? And Tarlaf just goes, no, it's all right. We've got someone trying to show off at the moment.
I
This
can-
guy, and the
I-
entire inn turns, looks at Luden. Some of them are a bit like, oh wow, this is awesome, but others are a bit like kind of daggers and a little bit more pissed off looking.
Would you like your drinks first? I have no qualms with you fellas. Just
It-
give me-
Is that all your magic could do? I could do that with my arm. Singular.
He probably could. You're not
Good
proving
luck.
any point here.
Gunfa, just allow this to happen. I try to lift Gunfa up.
Would you resist?
I would resist.
What is it for? Telekinesis. It's been a long time.
I'm just gonna
It's
grab
a
onto the
contested
bar.
something.
It's not contested. It's just a strength saving throw.
Huh?
Oh, oh, oh! Gunfire likes those. 25.
Yeah. As he doesn't move, I just lift the chair up instead with him on it.
Just holds the desk.
So it just kind of, and the chair goes nowhere. Tarlaf is just like, this is a fancy trick, but you're kind of boring me a little bit now, so
I'm gonna walk over to Elias and Pan and just go. Could you stop your friend from getting everyone killed?
Elias kind of looks around and sees the table floating. See, now, no, you don't fuck with Luden.
But
He
Elias, he's not strong Luden, he's weak Luden. Now is the time to fuck with him. You know all those times when he screwed us over with the shop?
He never once screwed you over.
See, I don't think he did.
I feel like he did. I feel slighted.
Of course you do. You feel slighted by everything.
Wow.
You probably
Yes.
feel slighted at the fact that I got you revived.
I feel slighted about the fact it took you 1,000 years.
Anyway,
I joke, I love you
he
really.
might still think he's this all powerful, but it appears that he's not at the moment, so he will get us all killed.
I'll go deflate him.
Thank you.
Kind of comes round. Elias just sort of, Luden, buddy, you don't need to prove a point here. You are strong, but I have a funny feeling that he would flatten you.
He's welcome to try.
You're new here, so I would highly recommend that you don't piss people off. People with magical abilities aren't that heard of round here.
I'm new everywhere.
I know, but you're not proving a point here. You're just being an arrogant ass as normal. I can say that because you are not as powerful. I mean no disrespect, but
Can I get a strength saving throw?
calm down. What?
Can I get a strength saving throw from Elias?
I haven't even got dice out. Yes, you
Um,
can.
Perry,
Yes.
everyone but Luden will be getting a +5 at the moment to it.
Oh, I'd have hit 30 on my strength save then.
Just roots yourself to the floor.
Yeah,
So 24.
plus 9 to my saves.
Hmm. To point out, guys, I have a DC of 19, so this is bullshit. Hmm.
You need to get a handle on things first,
Raise
then
the
prove
table
you're
more.
amazing.
I hear children screaming.
He can feel the telekinetic tugs on him, but he's just like, Luden, this is getting embarrassing.
It feels embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
Then maybe just stop.
Quetz would just pipe up, "Can you stop? This is going to annoy everyone, and I do not want to have to kill a pub full of people tonight."
Why do you have to
You ain't
kill?
got to kill him. Have you ever been in a pub fight before, Quetz?
Even
Not
I've
that
been
I
in a
can
pub
remember.
fight.
Well, that's a bit
Doesn't
boring.
he seem a bit old to not ever been a brawl?
Go-
I just take
go-
the drink off one by one
go-
on the actual table to give to the people who are missing their drinks currently.
They just kind of.
Gunfire would spin around on his chair, just to the whole pub. Lads, the snake's never been in a pub fight.
That I can remember.
The entire pub just kind of goes, "Hey!" And then one of the guys from the back just goes, "Good for you! They're shit!"
I just turn around, and it's an undead Yuan-Ti in full plate armor. We're covered in blood. And go,
Yeah.
I just look at him and go, "Can you guess why?"
The guy behind Eliath on the 3-person table just goes, "Yeah, you look like you've been through something a little bit more at the moment, so
You're not wrong.
No,
Thank you, random citizen.
for Super Earth."
Yeah. I mean, I
Karlaf
could
just
have, I
kind of
don't
goes,
remember.
"Oh, cool. So you can lift things. Nice. Well done." I meant no disrespect. You're just trying to prove something now to someone that actually doesn't give a shit.
I'm afraid I do.
Shame. Anyway, how was your battle?
I can
Just
live
talking
forward.
to the rest of you, just completely ignoring Luden now.
Eventful.
Glorious.
It was interesting.
Did you catch the bastard?
Oh, we caught him.
Yes.
It turned out worse than we thought as well.
All
We
right.
almost had to kill
Well, we
another
caught
god.
part of him.
Did you take a leg or something? An head? An arm?
Let's put
Finger?
it
Tongue?
this way. I just leaned in. The 8 were involved.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. But we're still standing.
You are
Really?
still standing. That's always a good thing.
Better than I ever did.
I was waiting
Anyway.
to do it.
I need a sleep. Down the drink, and then thank you for your patronage, Tala. I'm going up to my room.
That's no problem. Do any of you need another room?
We should
Well,
offer the
I
ale.
got the weird angry guy's key.
Oh, yeah, I wondered if it wasn't.
Yeah, he's gone back to the manor.
That makes sense, considering that's where his family's from.
What's your biggest bed?
That's for Gunfire Luden. He needs it. Oh wait, no,
He's
got
got a
you.
room.
Never mind. And I just leave
Oh,
it
you
and just
can
go,
be Little Spoon,
"Give
and we
him-
can give
give
someone
him-
else the key.
Give him the smallest bed.
No, I've got beds for, well, more people built like me.
Could I exchange his key? 'Cause I'm not gonna fit in a normal bed.
You know what? After everything you've been through, you certainly can. He takes it, changes it for a different key. The key itself is also bigger. Hands it over. So, down the hall at the end, you'll notice the doors get slightly bigger. It's down there.
Fitting.
I wonder why I didn't.
I'm still staying for another drink though. Like,
That's fine. You're more than welcome to. Next one's on the house, and he just pulls you another one, gives it to you.
Oi!
The rest of you are gonna have to pay.
What if I put the drink on the house?
Touch my drink, and I'll pull your arms off.
Quetz would just go, "He will. I've seen him do it to someone before."
He
Eliath
does
kind
this
of
almost as spite to lift it up in front of your face, so you can just think about using your hands.
Just grabs
like-
your wrist.
sidles up to the bar and just goes, yes, would I be able to get a room for this evening? Still sort of like looking down, or you can't really see anything from his face. He's like, what, have you got ugly eyes or something? Do you not want me to see your face?
I'd lean in and just go.
Eliath just kind of goes,
No. I'd lean in and go, "He's with a certain person who's upstairs."
you see him process for a sec. Sort of looks at you, leans over slightly. The prince is gay.
Was not prepared for this. I think he
Seems most are, apparently.
he likes a charcuterie board. Let's say
I don't know what one of those is.
a board with lots of different types of food on it.
Just a platter.
He likes a. let's just say if it was a buffet, he'd definitely try one of everything.
So would I.
So would I.
I like food.
He
Yeah.
would as well. look at a gunfighter like he would, and I would eat it all with him.
I
Bloke,
won't be
stand
leaving
up
any.
guy. This one.
Yeah.
I won't be leaving any scraps.
I'll just
Oh,
leave
don't
it go.
worry. There'd be enough for both of us.
Okay.
Yes, he's gay. Yes, he's gay.
Right. Okay. Well, but he went up with the other lady.
She's the captain of our airship.
You lot are confusing me. I don't like it. Here, have a room. He just grabs another key, gives it to a liar, and the liar just goes, "How much do I owe you?"
Jack will be like, "Don't worry, I've got it. I'll pay for this one."
Thank you. I am going to get some sleep. Pernicious,
Table slowly lowers.
Yeah, but okay.
you'll be able to hear it from upstairs. Come on. And he sort of just
Pan would
disappears
walk
upstairs.
very forlornly through the pub, just looking back at the music, constantly like, "Oh, but."
As he disappears out of sight from you lot, there's just a hand that just grabs him and just pulls him upstairs.
So, Tar left. Jack would slide over so he's close to the others now. Let's just say this cover. I think this will cover everything. You bring out a platinum piece and just slide it across. And I mean everything, you know.
Yeah, I think we can make a deal on that one.
Yep. Good.
Tarlaf, was it?
Yeah, as he takes a swig from a jug.
I just lead in
I
and go.
just-
That platinum piece doesn't cover his room.
Gets out of gold. Do you take this kind of print here? It's still gold. It's just got a.
He holds a hand out. It's really shitly printed. It's got a weird symbol on it. I'll take it. I'll exchange it in the bank for something. What's it worth?
It's still the same weight as gold as the ink coins here. Just a different print.
Pulls out a gold coin from underneath the thing and just goes, "Yeah, no, they're about the same. Yeah, I'll take it.
How much for a big bed?
I'll be 3 of those.
2 more.
Cheers." There you go. Bigger key. Same
Normal
place
size
as
key.
him down the end. I think yours is actually at the end.
Appreciate it.
Oh, Quets, you need a room, don't you?
Oh, like I said, Gunfire, I'll just camp in your corner.
I left Isamu's body in the other room. Do you want to sleep in that room with the body?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay.
I think he needs the key back.
Tarlaf, was it?
Yeah.
The key that he gave before, can I have that room, please? Because Gunfire has left something in there that shouldn't have been left alone. Yeah.
Well, it could be left alone. It just can't be left because the cleaners don't want to come across a robot corpse.
Oh, Gunfire. 4. Gold or silver?
Platinum.
Oh,
I
fine.
like his thinking, but no, I'll
I'm not
4
there.
gold.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Fish is at 4 gold.
Thank you.
This
Good
is
for ice.
These are just extra charges for the inconvenience of everything.
this is how you treat someone who killed one of the 8. Honestly. And then he'd look at Tarlaf and just grin.
He hands you the key and just goes, "So what? I cooked a 12-ounce pig earlier.
Oh, have you got some left?
Our deeds are our own. Those that lord it in front of other people don't exactly strike me with a good sense of self."
Honestly, I don't even know who I am, so I don't have a sense of self. So
Maybe you should figure that out.
I've been
Hands
trying.
you
It's
the
been a
key.
long journey.
And yes, I do still have some of the pig left.
How much for a bit of pork? It's been a while.
It's been out since this afternoon, so I do just kind of need to get rid of it.
I'll-
Big plate,
I'll
little plate.
Cardboard box.
Bring
Big
the
plate,
rest
I'm
of the
still too-
carcass out. No, bring the rest of the carcass out. How much?
I like your thinking. Yep. He just goes out, grabs this plate. He said 12-ounce pig. That's not massively big. What actually comes out is like half a boar. It just on the table. There's this just boar. One half is gone. The other half is kind of slightly carved away and eaten, but it's like the rest of it. So from like shoulder back to the ass, still full. Dig into that. Take it.
How much?
Oh, don't worry about it. It needs to go, otherwise it's going to go off.
Literally just.
Luton quickly just cuts off a butt cheek.
Yeah, butt
It's
cheek.
gone.
Jack's
Yep,
just
come
like,
forward.
I'm gonna
Happy
stick
for the
to
night.
my drink, and yeah.
More for me then.
You certainly seem like a champ who could eat, well, your body weight.
So you
I
didn't do
could
it.
eat more than my body weight.
Anyway, Gunfar.
Probably and more.
What happened?
And more.
Quick to return to Gunfar. Last time I saw you before this whole teleporting nonsense, you dropped out of an airship and landed on some giants.
No, I landed on the giant deer because my giant kin looked like they was having a good hunt. I wanted to get involved in that, which I will be going straight back to that because they were fun to hunt with.
What happened? Have you made friends with them? Have they accepted you? Are you now more giant?
I'm not more giant yet. I'm getting there. I'm learning to be a giant all the time, actually.
Whereabouts was that?
Land.
Um,
I don't know the maps around here.
we were on the way back. It wasn't too far away from Ansharis. Maybe about a day away. Day by airship. to clarify.
If I remember rightly, it was about a day and a half out of Hell's Creek.
Yeah, I thought
Still
it
on
was
Sanctuary.
closer to where we killed
I will
what was her
say
name?
that.
The winged woman.
Oh, Irina. She was.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. I think Sarth still has her wings somewhere.
I got a feather.
Oh yeah, you do,
Ultimately.
don't you?
You've had a
So-
little run in with one of the giant clans,
I've made friends with them.
but they didn't smush you.
No, I can get giant too.
Seen it. He gets big. He gets like 3 times as big as he is now.
I would like to see that, but not in here,
How-
and not now.
How tall's the ceiling in here?
Up to the roof, probably only about 8-9 foot.
So if I'm sat,
Luden's kind of hunched ever so slightly while stood up, just
so
a
if
little
I
bit.
sat and rage, I'd be able to get probably about up to that. So I'd rage and just grow.
He goes,
dear.
Look, you mean like this?
he is definitely my new favorite person.
And I'd rage.
I just pat him on the arm and go, "This is why we keep him around. He is fucking awesome."
I can
I'll-
imagine
You should see
watching
him in a
you go
fight.
through things.
All he does is pick them up and throw them around. It is amazing. He,
My
At one
my
point, he
signature move
suplexed
is
someone.
actually to, I actually like to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I
That's my
love it.
right. Let me, Tyler. Let me. And Quetz would like lock in and sit down and just like, right. There were zombies. He picked up a zombie, hit another zombie with it, and exploded both of them with the force of which they collided. It was beautiful.
That is
phenomenal.
amazing.
It was something. Let me tell you.
I would love to hear more of your stories. My husband, he would think you are phenomenal.
I think what he wants
Who
to do,
doesn't?
his plan, hear me out, and I'd lean in. I'd look around and just go, you know the dragon, Merithrix? If you've
I've heard of it.
I think he wants to wrestle that.
Yes. When
Rest-
you do, tell me how
wrestle
it
it.
goes.
I was planning to hold it by the neck and use its body as a flail. Actually, that was
Be
what I was
amazing
thinking.
to see.
How big can you get?
At the minute, as big as I just got.
Because I happen to know a certain spell that allows things to get even bigger.
Oh, I've done that before, actually.
We did that
Who-
before.
who
and
was
it
it?
was great.
Quid.
Was it Quid?
It was Quid.
Yeah, I got even bigger.
It
Oh,
was
it's
an
this Quinn
interesting
chap.
time.
Why didn't you do it anymore?
He's
Quinn
dead.
met the unfortunate end of a mind flayer.
Oh, does he have tentacles now, or the other way?
No, he got disintegrator raid.
Good hunt, though.
Yeah, he just dropped down dead and his body just poof disappeared.
But unless I'm
I mean-
mistaken, mind flayers.
Oh,
Don't
it
have
wasn't a
that
mind
kind
flayer.
of-
It was one of the mind flayer's pets. It was a weird creature thing.
Okay, because mind flayers can't use other magics. Because
It was controlling
Might.
these creatures which had magic. It was a really weird situation.
Okay.
It did try and eat
Yeah.
my brains, though. Yeah.
That sounds like it might play.
It
Ah,
could have.
don't think it would have got
The
much.
problem.
He just threw
Yeah.
Tarlaff a look.
Sorry,
and go,
that's me speaking out of turn. I didn't mean to
no,
say that. Sorry.
look at me and go, I would be annoyed, but you're not wrong. Look, I'm not known for my smarts. I'm known for standing there, hitting things, and getting hit. If you couldn't tell, but thank you. Venus Quetz doesn't eat or drink. He's actually drinking for once.
Well, this pig is just
Stands
slowly
there for a little bit
becoming more and
longer
more
with a more of a like not like your normal kind of like pint stein type thing. This one's like triple the size. Sorry, this one takes a while to fill up. Bear with.
I mean, at least I'm getting a real drink. It's so hard to find one anywhere around here.
He puts it on the table with like no effort whatsoever, but it does make a little bit of a slam. Quetz is probably about the size of your head.
I look at it and go, wow. That's wow. That's a
Head or
gunfire.
torso?
That's a U-sized drink.
They do pints here. I'm getting one. Glad Jack got where that reference was from.
Yeah.
Surprised
There is-
Josh didn't. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Lord of the Rings. Come on.
They
What's
do
that?
pints
That's
here.
this, my friend, is a pint. They do pints here. I'm getting one.
It's the accent that's completely throwing me off.
Yeah. I was like Scottish. I had to go through like all the
Yeah, the accent really threw me off then.
the Cornetto trilogy for some reason. My head I had to go through first.
Got a half already.
They do a lot of weird accents.
I mean, to be fair, Jack would come over at this point. You should have seen me at the down by the docks today. There was a tide. Was it called Tide Monster Perry?
Yeah.
Tide. There was a tide spawn, and I may have turned into a giant sperm whale and ate it.
That's awesome.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, you know polymorph.
It has its uses.
Very useful.
I mean, I am an actor after all. I have to hone my craft. Would you
Guy
like
next to
some-
Jack's just like he kind of like he's been listening to the conversation for a little bit, and he just goes, "Is anybody going to order, or are you just having a chat here?" And Tarlaff just kind of like, "All right, mate, calm down. What do you want?"
Quetz would just lean forward around Jack and just stare at this guy.
He's got a very kind of like twirly mustache,
Have you made Pangolier, but human?
and he looks a little bit like up himself. He's one of those people that you look at and you just want to punch him.
Jack would lean
He has a
back.
very punchable face. Looks a little bit like James with a beard.
Gunfire looks at him. He wants to punch him.
and Quetz just
kidding.
turns
Kidding.
around, looks at him. Hood of his snake head comes out and just stares at the guy like. Doesn't say anything.
He's
Just
just kinda
stares,
like-
covered in blood.
Yes,
Oh,
I would like to
Quetz,
have a.
Is it time for your first bar fight?
Maybe Gunfar, maybe.
I would
He
like
has got
another
a
round of
punchable
drinks
face.
for the table, please. And he kind of looks and catches Quet's eye and just goes, "You would look a lot better with a mustache like mine. Just saying."
That's a mustache. I thought it was arse hairs.
No, not quite.
It looks like if I pulled it, it'd come off.
It does.
No, it is real. Look. And he tugs at it. He just goes, "Look, it is great. You would all benefit from the facial hair. Makes you all look better."
You remind me of a
Go-
tiefling.
Gunfire has a full beard.
And
He
Jack's at
he's
this
very
point got
elf
stubble
looking.
as well.
He kind of looks at Jack a little bit closer. Goes, "You need a shave, my friend, and a bath.
And Jack would
In
just
fact, you all need a bath."
hang on. Oh. Jack would do I don't I? How much of a dick do I want to be to this guy? It's the French
Do
accent
it.
that's making it worse.
He's French.
It's the
Follow.
worst kind of F.
He's not French. He comes from somewhere that has the kind of accent.
You're not even a fucker. You're French.
What you gonna do?
Do it.
I would go, oh, it's all right. We'll get him his drink, Tarlaff. It's fine. And then I would
Tarlaff puts the 3 ales on the table. He pulls one back to his friend. His friend takes it. He
I would use
takes the other 2 with that.
prestidigitation to make them all lukewarm.
Takes out the silver pieces, gives them to Tarlaff. Tarlaff goes, "Cheers." puts them in. He puts one in one hand, one in the other, takes a sip, and just goes,
Sorry, does the
Oh.
mustache not help with that? And Jack would just be there shit-eating grin in his face.
"Oh, my
Ah,
name."
Can we
This reminds me
appreciate-
of Holmes. These are how I used to drink them back home. Thank you, Tarlaf. And he walks off.
We appreciate our prestidigitation is movement and verbal.
Yeah,
Warm beer, warm beer, warm beer. What the fuck you on about?
I wouldn't have
Oh,
said
brilliant.
warm beer, it can be anything.
It can't be anything.
And he walks
That's the
off
point of
with
this.
them. Tarlaf just kind of goes, "You get some arseholes in it, you really do.
Oh, how do you do it, Tarlaf?
Make an example of one or two every now and then.
Or I could do that now if
I
you
was
want.
gonna
I
say,
could
if
No.
you
peel his
want, we've
mustache
got...
off.
Okay.
Let me
Not
peel his
tonight.
mustache off. Oh,
No.
It would be funny, though.
Took
go
him 18
on.
it took him 18 months to grow that.
Really? That took it?
Even better.
Gunfire, didn't you grow that full beard in like a week and a half?
I shaved 2 days ago.
For a start, he's an elf, so it's actually quite an achievement to do that in that amount of time.
Yeah, but he's also an elf, so it'd be even funnier.
You are aware of where you are, right?
I am also aware that elves are assholes at times.
We are, but no, I actually have no idea where I am.
We are in...
I'm not even going to touch on that.
Don't... It's... Jack would just look at Tarlaf dead in the eyes and go, "Don't open that can of worms. Don't do
Someone has to open it eventually. I have to know.
it. We'll do it when we get back to the Lord General. We'll do it then. Hold your
Hold
horses.
on, we-
I will
we
let
have
you guys
told
have your
them.
drinks. I've got some things to sort out back. If anyone comes to the bar, I'm sure they'll shout for me. Feel free to go to your rooms when you're ready. I'm very glad that... He kind of looks at Jack. I'm glad that you've come back. You were a nice group of people. The rest of you, I don't know. I don't know if it's good that you're back or if you even did anything or they just picked you up on the way. But I have no idea what went wrong. But either way, nice to meet you. Looks at Lude and just goes, "I think." Looks
I'm
at
usually a lot nicer, but I'm in a weird situation currently.
Okay. Looks at Gunfire. Offers another hand.
Yeah.
Just goes, "I hope to see you again soon. Tell me all about the giants next time you come back."
Oh, I'll bring them with me.
He's a...
Do it. I could feed them and drink them, not drink them, give them drinks. I don't ignore I said that. We'll have a good. I'll close the bar for the night. We'll
Tarlaf's
just
an
get
orc,
fucking
isn't he?
pissed. No,
Is it Goliath?
he's a
Why
Goliath.
do I think I was an orc?
What
I
do you
don't know.
think?
You're silly.
Yeah.
What do you think
ignore
he'll
me.
come for? Chilling.
I'll close the pub for the night, and they'll have all the rooms. It'll all be on the house. We'll have an open bar. I will go bankrupt, but fuck it, I don't care.
Oh, the other giants are like actual giants. They're a lot bigger than me. We might have to sit in the back.
That's
in the
fine.
garden.
I've got a garden out back. We'll do it out there.
Brilliant.
I can get some balls in. We can roast them. I've got a big open fire out there.
Oh, see if we could get one of them stags to bring. They're good, they are.
That would be awesome. I'm not sure you'd be let into the city with it. I'm not even sure the giants would be let into the city.
Quetz would just lean forward and go,
I'll talk to Yuki and we'll see if we can get something worked out with his
"We'll
with
speak
his.
to the Lord General
people.
as well for you, don't worry.
That sounds like a plan.
I don't know what he's going to be able to do.
He can put pressure on the Manzos.
That's true.
And give the giants a military escort so the good gods don't stop them.
I highly doubt the giants will need a military escort.
Oh, they don't, but it's to for the guards to not fuck with them.
They could probably take a step over the wall and that'll be it.
It's probably so the giants don't fuck with the guards, other way around. If
Either
your
way,
giants
we'll
don't
get it
like
sorted.
ours-
Just next time, let me know. All right, give me a little bit of heads up because I need to get some things prepared.
I'll send a pigeon.
Do it.
It-
Right,
that's it
anyway,
for you, Jack.
Enjoy your drinks. I'll see you guys later. And he kind of walks down and out. Still rowdy in the bar. People are still talking. Is there anything else you want to do?
A gold piece to who can ever land some food in that French guy's drink first.
I use mage hand, invisible mage hand, and just drop it in.
No, you've got to throw it, idiot. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
You did not specify the details.
He said throw. He said throw.
It's a throw
Uh,
with a magical hand rather than a physical.
Quetz would take you up on that offer. What do I need to throw? What do I need to roll, Perry?
I'd give you just like some bits of pig bone,
Yeah.
like the
Gives him a hoof.
like the digits.
You
They
know,
don't have
that, you know that
Same
game that
food.
they play with the plastic things that you throw and they stick on things, and you've got to get them close to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do like that.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Oh god, that's a flat because it's Quetz. Oh no.
Yeah,
I just
dexterity
realised I
check.
didn't. I
However,
didn't redo
Jack will give him
Cosmos.
bardic inspiration. My characters can buff each other.
Ooh, pardon me.
Hey, no magic. This is an aiming thing.
No, Jack's like, no, it's not magic. It's hyping him up, and he starts playing like some Eye of the Tiger, which on a lyre is really impressive. So that's a 16 on the dice, and then a 1 on the 1d6, so 17, Perry.
You missed it by 1.
No!
DC's
Oh,
18.
my turn to make a shot, and if I
So
land
it kind of, you throw it, and it like bounces off his shoulder and kind of over and onto the table, and he just sort of
Straight away, I'm just
looks around.
Quetz is back at the bar just drinking, and Jack's there just like
Deception check.
deception on both of them, or
Who threw it?
Quetz.
Deception on Quetz.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jack's
Quetz
just.
has a +5 to this.
It's your charisma, isn't it?
Oh wait, and because I failed it, I still keep the 1d6. Haha. Why is math so hard?
I thought he was going to come. I rolled a 1.
No, I didn't roll a 1.
I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1.
Shit.
It was the blank stare on the face as you came up. I was like, but no, it's math. It's
18.
reasonable.
18. Why was 10 plus fucking 5 plus 3 so difficult?
we've all been there.
We've all been there. 18.
Okay, yeah, he turns around, doesn't really notice anything.
Does Gunfar get a bardic inspiration for his throw?
Gunfar gets a bardic inspiration. Gunfar doesn't get Eye of the Tiger though. Gunfar gets Doom music.
If I throw this too hard, this man dies.
So I rolled a 17 on my original dice, plusing 3 onto that, and then a 5 on my bardic inspiration dice. 25 to throw it in.
Gunfire just kind of ever so elegantly just, and this little bit of bone just goes into the drink, and it just kind of splats up a little bit, makes no other noise. None of them notice.
Gunfar just holds his hand out. Come on, Quetz.
Oh,
Come on.
fine. Quetz would roll his
You know
eyes
I'm
and
that
just
good.
Dink, and just gold piece.
Yeah. Now I'm going to stay and see if he chokes on it. And
Yeah,
then
so
go
am I.
to bed.
A couple of minutes pass. He drinks the drink, and as he's drinking, you can kind of see that he's like, and just over the like the crowd and the dinner, he's like, "Oh, which one of you fuckers put one of these in my drink?" And then both of them are like, "No, I didn't do it. It was him. No, it wasn't him. It was me." It was He's just like, "Ah, well, you can go and get the next round. Go."
Right, I think it's time for bed.
I think so too.
The boar is stripped clean.
Completely. Like, not even the bone meal's left.
Nice.
So we hit a long rest finally.
So you all wander up to your rooms. You find your rooms. There's no one staying with the Goliath tonight.
Pan is. I don't like that.
Putting,
Okay?
putting a lot of trust in people you don't know, or that you were attempt to apprehend.
Quetz
I am
trusts-
passed out. I had 4 health.
Quetz has a kind of understanding with Eliath, where if Eliath doesn't honour it, Quetz is going to behead him and Pan.
Luden would just get him back eventually. If he gets abandoned. With
Quetz
strangers.
trusts
So yeah,
Eliath
you may
right.
all have your long rest and do your healings, do your spells, or your spells now apply, everything like that. So
Whoa, I've got HP again.
it's morning.
Oh, I've got my body tails back. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Is it bad? I'm really tempted to order a Waggers.
Yes.
No, I respect it. It's one of the very few things about you I respect.
Wow.
I don't know how to feel now.
bad.
I have very convoluted feelings when it comes
Admit.
to you, Ryan.
Most people do.
So, you all. Where are we? So, who would be the first to kind of come down?
Quetz, because he would come down after 4 hours.
Gunfire would probably sleep in with the door open but naked.
What a surprise!
Luden just walks past.
Oh shit! he flew.
Gunfire would be completely asleep, yet spread eagle.
Yeah, because Quetz only has to rest for 4 hours, I believe it is.
Luden's very much like the Greeks. Sex with men for pleasure, sex for women for duty. Or ignore the goat.
So, sorry, who?
Wait,
I'm
you leave Pan
completely.
out
I
of
was
this.
focusing on something, and I completely. Who's coming down first? What?
Quetz would, because he only has to rest for 4 hours.
Okay. So, as Quetz comes downstairs, we'll say it's sort of like early morning. Quetz stays in his room for a little bit longer, just to not round and be annoying.
It'd be crack of dawn he walks down.
As he walks down the stairs, he can see that there are two people passed out. One just slumped up against the wall, just asleep with a beer just kind of like poured on his lap. The other one slumped over on a table. Siegfried's not playing. He is sat at the end of the bar, almost baby talking with Gib. Gib is just sat there, like legs swinging on the table. Siegfried is just making him laugh. Zidar is sort of sat there. She's got a nice little kind of like steaming hot cup of coffee in front of her. And she's just looking over at Gib and just like a smile on her face. She still looks injured, but she looks a bit more rested. And she kind of sees Quetz come down. She gives you a nod as you walk down the stairs. And Gib's just there giggling his little head off, and you can hear it just as you walk down the stairs. Behind the bar, however, you see a halfling walking around. And the bar itself, the bit behind it now, has a raised kind of walkway that, as you look, you can see that it kind of comes out from the ground, so it raises up. So this halfling is walking along at the bar as if he was like a little bit taller. It's kind of like normal height for him. He can reach everything, but because the floor is kind of up, he's now at normal height. And he puts a couple of biscuits in front of Zathara, and he brings Gib a teeny tiny piece of cake and puts it down in front of him.
Oh, king cake.
And Gib's just like, oh, I like cake. Cake is my favorite. Thank you. And the halfling just goes, don't worry about it. It's fine. We had a little spare piece out back. And Zathara just goes, how much for the cake? And he's like, don't worry about it. Looks like you've all been through a lot. So whatever Siegfried will pay for it. Siegfried's just like, yeah, I will pay for it. That's just fine. Kind of looks at the halfling and just goes. And the halfling's like, it's all included in your wages anyway. Just show some compassion and kindness. I always show compassion and kindness. Thank you very much. Anything else I can
that's
get for
horrible.
you both? And Zathara's just like, no, I'm good. Thank you very much. At this point, Quetz kind of would be over by now. Morning.
Morning, Zathara. How you feeling today? You're looking a lot better than yesterday.
I still hurt. I hurt a lot. But I do actually feel slightly better, so
If you want, I can help, or would you rather just let it heal naturally?
nah, it'll go naturally. It's fine. Gib's doing fine, though.
I can see.
And Gib's just there with like a frosting all around his mouth. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Ah, Gib, I've missed you. How have you been, little man?
There was a hair in my cake. But other than nearly dying, good, I think. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. Those vampires were mean.
They were, but they're dead now, so
Well, other than the one that we've got upstairs.
but-
Zidar just over his mouth. Siegfried's kind of like, it's okay. I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear that.
Quet's just be like, good idea, Gib.
And Gibbs just there like,
Gib, if
It's
Zathara
just-
moves her hand, shush, okay?
just takes her hand off and he just goes, I'm assuming we weren't supposed to say that.
No,
Okay.
we need to keep him secret until we get back to the Lord General.
Have you got a napkin I can borrow? Because I've got like, he just hands her a napkin. She's like, thank you. Just wiping off all the icing from her hand. Lovely. Are the others awake yet?
No, they're still snoring. You know what Gunfar's like. He sleeps like the dead, ironically.
Very true. I wonder if he's naked.
Oh, do you really have to ask?
Here,
Probably at
yes.
the point.
There's your
I'm
answer.
assuming Luden then comes downstairs.
He's only got 4 hours, and you can hear her chatting. He's
I don't
a
believe
big
we've
fella.
met.
we did briefly. It's Luden Themloy, or Themology. So,
Zathara. She holds out a hand. Shake.
I hear you're a captain.
And a damn good one, too.
What do you want?
Nothing.
Good, because you ain't going to get it.
Not to be evicted off the ship again.
Well, you chose to leave.
You scared me off.
I would
Potato
like.
for treason.
I
In
would
fact,
like
actually-
something. more.
In fact, actually, it's only been like a week and a half since, or about 2 weeks since she lost her shit at him.
Yeah.
But it's been like 6 months IRL.
Yeah.
That's
You've also just
probably
come to rescue her, so it's
Yeah.
kind of it's a bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
She's okay.
I'd say we're about even now, though.
Don't know what you mean.
No, of course.
I'm
Of
never
course.
even with everyone. Or anyone. I know what I meant.
That confused my brain.
Doesn't take much, does it?
Though that confused Josh's brain.
Where are you from?
You may feel like it's a joke, but from Anlemma.
As in the plane. You shouldn't
The
drink
one
that
and
stuff
only.
early in the morning. It's not good for you.
From the one and only.
Seems like we've got a lot of plane travel going on at the moment.
Well, I came to
Mainly
get
in, not out.
Yeah. I became flesh when I was just supposed to be a soul. Entertaining thoughts.
Like a simulacrum?
Well, I don't quite know. We'll find out once I. I'd rather not find out if I bleed or take pain, to be fair. It's been quite a while since I've actually felt anything like that.
Quetz just kind of half unsheathes his short sword. We can find out if you really wanted.
No, I've just said I don't.
Okay.
Do you not listen?
Offers there. Oh, speaking of which, Zathara, you know that dagger I had?
Aye.
Pulls out the short sword. This is it now.
Did
Well,
it get some
that's
blood in it?
interesting.
It is. It's yeah, it came in useful against the other vampires.
You got that from Pecker, didn't you?
Yeah.
You might want to take it back to him to see what he has to say.
You know Pecker, he's going to say a lot of rubbish.
Oh, he's going to give you the runabout for it. He probably
Oh.
doesn't even know himself.
Or
But-
he does know and just doesn't want to say.
Or that, you've got many options with him, but either way, you could probably glean some truth from him slightly.
True. Oh, Perry, has the scabbard actually grown with it now or not? Or is it still a dagger scabbard?
You wake up in the morning and yes, it has.
Even the scabbard is now short sword sized.
I mean, that makes sense.
It does.
The
These two
halfling
sizes-
comes over to you two and just goes, "Can I get you guys anything?"
I don't eat or drink, but thank you.
2 sausages and eggs?
Yeah, no problem. It's included in the price for the room anyway for breakfast. So
Oh, thank you.
he kind of goes down, goes out.
I presume that's
Disappeared for a minute.
Tarlaf's business partner or partner?
Thara kind of goes, "Not really said. I don't want to make any assumptions, but
Tarlaf did mention a husband last night.
yeah, but Goliath and Hearthling, I
I've
don't even
seen
want
weird-
to imagine that."
I
My My other half. He's only 5 foot as well, so.
Good morning, everyone.
Sarkin, hello.
How are you feeling, Zidar?
Does Sarkin look any different?
Not outwardly, but he seems very energetic for the morning.
Suspicious. That was a very
I'm-
loaded question from the DM.
I'm all right. I'm doing better. I still hurt, but I feel a little bit more refreshed. I've actually had well, not a sleep, but a good meditative time. So, Gib was out like a fucking light. Gib's just kind of there like, yeah, I slept really well. The bed was huge.
I bet.
Bigger than my one on the ship.
Do any of you need any more healing? I am now a bit more refreshed and can.
I've offered already. They all said no.
Fair enough.
Also,
Gib's like, yeah, I got no more boo-boos. I'm fine.
I don't believe we've met. Quetz returned to Sarkhan. I'm Quetzalcoatlus.
Sarkin, pleasure. On the
Very
hand.
strong handshake. You wouldn't happen to be, and he'd just look at you, similar to Eliath, would you?
Just toothy grin.
Did you just feel a squeeze? One of the good ones, right?
Of course.
Oh, good. Squeeze. Let go.
Gib kind of leans up to Zathara slightly and just goes, is that they call that a pissing contest? And Zathara just goes, no, they're just sizing each other up to see if there's going to be a fight. And Gib goes, I bet on the snake. And Zathara just goes,
Gib.
no.
No, Gib, don't worry. There'll be no fighting. As long as he's never hurt an innocent or has cruelly ever done anything like that, we'll be good.
Gib just goes, no, I meant, he looks at Sokka like, no, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just he's got some really big armor and you look kind of flattenable.
Actually, how tall is Sarkhan?
5'11", I
He's
believe.
taller than Quetz.
It's not hard.
It's not.
Yes, but
I think Pan's the only
Gib, I
person
have
shorter.
some other skills, and I just sort of wave my hand and sort of create this like sunflower sort of thing, and I give it to Gib. That's for you.
Woo! I changed my bet.
Gib, if we step outside, I can show you some of my other skills.
No, I've got cake.
Yeah, fair point. Fair
That
point.
sounds very suspicious to say to a young child. I'm not.
He's
Yeah.
The
not a
flower
child.
now just starts nomming on the cake
Gib's
again.
not a
just
child. Gib's an adult, basically.
He has the mind of a child. It doesn't matter how old you are physically.
He's a very good cook, though.
Doesn't change the fact that he comes across a child and you just go outside. I can show you.
I
Sounds
was just going to
very-
show him my horse.
I burped. Hee. At which point, Eliath and probably Pan
Mhm.
come
Pan
downstairs.
would wake with Eliath.
Eliath just kind of. Oh. Well, that was interesting.
Pan would go straight over to the piano.
Well, good morning, everyone. I think that that was the first time that I've actually, well, not slept, but had a good night's rest in a incredibly long time.
Free of visitors, let's say.
Well, yes, it's quite nice to actually have control over my own limbs again.
And
Never thought how much I'd actually miss that.
Pan
At which
shouts over,
point-
it's nice not to be a statue.
That is also true. He comes down, puts the food on the table for Luden. It's about 4 sausages, 3 eggs that are quite decently sized. There's some bread on the side with some butter already on it that's kind of just starting to melt.
Oh, if
The bread
there's
is, like,
if there's
thick.
a bread, he makes a sandwich.
The bread is thick. It's like,
The correct response.
and you don't do that with a breakfast.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You
Get
really
out,
do.
both of you.
So you
Get
can take it
out.
with you after you eat your fill and all you can eat.
I hate all of you. And would anybody like any coffee, tea, juices? Have some
Coffee,
freshly squeezed
Pan
orange.
would turn around and be like, "You have coffee?"
We do.
Can I just have a tankard? I'll fill it up myself with water.
Reaches under the bar, puts one out. Elias just goes, "Yes, a cup of coffee would be phenomenal. Thank you."
You'd probably hear from upstairs now a little bit of bumping, twanging, some odd noises to be hearing early in the morning.
2 cups of coffee are given, one to Elias, one to Quetz. Elias goes, "I'll have another one for him over there."
The
Pours
coffee
another
was
one.
for Pan, not for Quetz. Quetz.
Oh, okay. So yeah, both of them are given to Elias. Elias takes one over to Pan, sets it down, comes back over to the bar, and just sips. Gunfire coming down. Elias just kind of goes and stands there sucking.
Yeah, when Gunfar comes downstairs, you notice he's got more like a sling across his back, and he's got the body of a Samu kind of in the fetal position on his back, like C-3PO in Empire, just on his back.
Elias just kind of goes, "Oh dear."
Gunfar,
I,
I must say, you strike a stunning sleeping pose.
I don't know what that means, but thank you. I think.
It is a compliment.
Okay. What's for breakfast?
What was it you'd like?
What do you have that's fit for a giant?
Well, you're not a giant. You are a Goliath.
Don't make me lift the roof off this place, because I will. I
He
already showed
will
Carla.
get a lot bigger.
Kind of looks and just goes, "Trust me, I know what big is when it comes to Goliaths."
Oh,
Trust me, you haven't
I will
seen
get you
everything
something.
yet.
he kind of
Quetz would
he
lean
pops
into
down.
Zidar and go, "Absolutely, husband."
And she goes, "Oh yeah, 100%."
is that Tarla's husband?
I think so.
That must be like trying to squeeze a log into a birdhouse.
He
I don't
kind of
know.
comes out, puts it at the end of the bar, hearing your comment, and just like kind of looks and just goes, raises an eyebrow, places it on the table, and it's like a mountain of a breakfast.
Oh, just picks it up and swings round to the table.
Goliath goes, who are we waiting for?"
Still a couple left upstairs. Saf,
The
Jack, the other visitor we need to take back.
the bartender just kind of. By the way, a member of the guard came in earlier. Apparently, somebody by the name of Yuki is on his way. He's just left, so he should be here momentarily. Apparently, there was something to not leave without him. I'm assuming that's you guys.
Yes.
Right, cool. Well, he will be on his way.
You guys remind, is Jack the greasy one? Or is the sleazy looking vampire the Jack?
No, my name's Sark and Gunfar.
Oh, okay, so the greasy half homeless one's Jack.
From across the edge, you hear Gabe just go, "We're not supposed to say that word in here. No one's supposed to know that there's a very important person somewhere."
Go, Gib.
Zidar, did I do that correct? She just goes, "Just stop talking, Gib. Just shh, just be quiet." He's like, "Oh, okay."
I don't get it.
At which point, a better looking, limping
Good.
person walks down the stairs. Not covered. Still looking a bit battered and bruised. You can see now sort of shorter hair, kind of very nicely trimmed on the side, but sort of like slicked back slightly at the top. Very, very cut and fine features. A slight, for an elf, quite odd, but a slight bit of shaped stubble around the chin, and then like a little bit that kind of comes down over here, but still like very thin and very shaped. Very well groomed, very well put together. Kind of walks down the stairs. Jalek, the halfling, comes round the corner with another mug of coffee for Zathara, looks, sees him, and just coffee mug shatters on the floor.
Mage hand to try and catch it.
It falls, it gets to the bottom, it hits the floor, the bottom kind of falls out, but you do catch it, the rest of it, and hold it, but the bottom does fall out. And the coffee goes everywhere, and he just goes,
no one told you, did they?
Prestidigitation.
Quetz would kind of stroll over and just be like, Prince, what's your name, sorry? To the halfling. Never got his name.
he's just kind of locked eyes on the prince and is just like, Celebre.
This is one of the owners of the establishment, Your Highness. I guess his partner didn't tell him you were here.
He then kind of practically drops down to his knees and is just like bent over. Thanar just goes, no, please, get up. That's absolutely not necessary. I never liked the reverement that comes with the title. Please get. And he walks over to him and like practically picks him up off the floor, and he's just like, I thank you, Your Highness. Oh, I have my words back. Yay. Somebody asked me a question. I don't know what that was. What?
I never caught your name before.
Jalak. Hi.
Jalak, the prince, Jalak.
Your Highness, can I get you anything? And he just goes, a cup of coffee would be nice. Of course, I think I have a silver goblet around here somewhere. Would that suffice? He just kind of like chuckles. He says, no, a mug will do. It's. Have you ever drunk coffee from a goblet before? Royalty. I'm not stupid. No. I meant no.
Quetz,
Oh,
you just hear a snort from Quetz at the I'm royalty, not stupid.
he goes back out back and grabs a really nice kind of looking cup, comes in, pours a mug of coffee, pops it on the end of the bar. The prince, quite unusually casually for a member of royalty, just leans one arm up against the bar, coffee in hand, just goes, well, that was an eventful couple of days, wasn't it?
You can say that again. You look like you're still hurt. Do you want me to just top you up in a bit of healing? Or
No, I'm fine. I've had some rest. It's all superficial wounds. Who broke my legs, by the way?
I just point.
Quetz would look very sheepish. Yeah, so you were trying to kill me and you were annoying me, so I figured as I couldn't kill you, I'd shatter both your kneecaps and knees so you couldn't run away and couldn't do anything.
It was an excellent move. I'm kind of proud of that, actually.
The next plan was to shatter both your elbows so you then couldn't attack.
I mean, by the point you'd shattered both of my legs, the rest of the spell was taking over. Trust me, I felt it, and it hurt. A lot.
I'm sorry. It was
No, don't
effective.
be.
It was
No,
effective,
you're not.
but-
Don't be sorry.
Shut up.
I would have done the exact same thing if I was in your position and capable of doing such things.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way, Prince. You need to work on your sword skills.
If it was me, it would have been better. It wasn't me. Therefore, I was almost inside my own head going, what the am I doing?
Oh, were you just as disappointed in your sword skills as we were?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I now feel
The
bad for
puppeteer
breaking
on
your
that really needs some work.
I did see those through the memories. That's
It wasn't good. He kept hitting the armor and not going for the weak points at the joints. It was.
He kind of looks around you and just goes, Eliath, you can hide your face from me all you want. I know you're there. And you all look, all of you kind of turn to look at Eliath, and he is very much away, like looking at Pan. And Pan's just there, like, Eliath just goes, yes, I'm not hiding from you. Still not looking at him. And he just goes, come here, please.
As he
Eliath
walks
just
away,
kind of-
I just guidance.
Eliath very sheepishly kind of comes over.
Can you stack guidance?
No.
No, because Quetz has guidance now as well.
The prince kind of looks up. The prince probably looks in the equivalent of maybe late 20s,
So he's about 800.
early 30s. He actually, yeah, he's not far off. You actually, that's a fairly good guess.
I know my elves.
The prince kind of, Eliath, they're pretty much the same height. And Eliath just kind of head down in front of him. The prince just kind of goes, "What am I going to do with you? You know my mother's going to eviscerate you, right?" And Elias just goes, "Yep, yep, yeah, I know. I'm voluntarily going back, but I don't particularly know why, because it'll be the last thing that I do. The whole redemption tour's not going to work."
Quetz will step up and put a hand on his shoulder and go, "You won't die, don't worry. We'll do what we can to stop it."
The prince chuckles and just goes,
Dying too, isn't he?
"My mother's judgment is final, so I would not recommend getting in the way of that. You are aware that she doesn't need her own bodyguards, correct?"
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and that the Empire has sent their best assassins after her.
Yep.
Yeah, people that rival the 8, if not are slightly better
We'd kill
in
one
terms of
those.
assassination combat skills.
Yep.
You
so-
killed Arena.
Yeah. Who have you killed?
Yeah. No one. I'm not allowed to
Exactly.
leave the palace.
Oh, really?
I can, but not for reasons such as that.
That kind of sucks.
The
I know
lineage
your
has to
pain.
continue. I have a duty, apparently.
You just hear this uncomfortable feeling of similarity from Ludens.
He kind of looks around and goes, "I feel like he understands."
But and I'd just be like, "But you two, aren't you? I thought you were but
But always free some sperm. Just saying.
An eyebrow raises, and he goes, "Would you care to put that into actual words?"
I thought you liked men."
You can like more than just men. It's
True.
not a crime.
Great, so I give off a gay vibe. Interesting.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't help that you were in bed with Eliath,
and half
half
naked.
naked, when we first saw you.
Wasn't they under mind controls?
Potentially, but,
Both of them.
you know,
Shit, he's got a point. Oh, wait, are you not
it
gay?
is.
He just sighs. Looks back to Eliath. Eliath kind of still sheepishly looking down. And the prince just goes, "I'm not going to forgive you for this. You do understand that, right?" Eliath just goes, "Well, it wasn't me, technically."
Just punish him in bed.
But hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Under my breath, but you enjoyed it.
You know I could have you all killed, right?
And then Quetz with a
not
shit-eating
sure you
grin,
can.
and like Quetz would just be like, "Yeah, but you said you couldn't control it, but you definitely said you could influence it."
While I am grateful for the save, I would highly suggest that we don't press this matter.
Absolutely.
Of course, Your
absolutely,
Majesty.
Highness. Wouldn't dream of telling everyone about this.
Good. As he says good, he just puts a finger underneath Eliath's chin, gives him a quick kiss. And Eliath just kind of, and then walks away really sheepishly, bright red.
Called it.
Goes back to Pan and just practically buries his head in Pan's shoulder.
All you hear from Pan is, "Well, when are you going to introduce me to your husband then?"
Like from a muffled thing of, "We're not married."
It was like your choice or his.
I didn't know you swung this way as well.
He then kind of jabs Pan right in the rib.
Pan's laughing too much, but yeah, it hurts.
His
the
laugh.
prince just leans on the bar and just goes, "Can we potentially please get out of here soon? I would like to go home."
I mean, we have an
It's all the
airship
same for
ready
you.
to go. Zathara? Oh, we are missing someone.
We are
though,
missing a couple of.
It's about now that Yuki comes in.
And Jack stumbles down the stairs as well, hungover as shit. He went back to his room and drank heavily.
Just for a change.
He'd had a rough day.
Gosh, how's role playing 3 characters?
Fuck you, that's how.
Yuki comes in.
My God.
What's interesting is they're
Ryan,
all very,
to
very
answer
different.
to answer your question, she would have said yes, she can prepare you one.
Awesome. Yuki bounds through the doors. Morning, motherfuckers!
The
Good
prince just
morning,
kind of
Yuki.
looks and just goes, takes a sip of his coffee. Elias still buried, head in.
Jack's come down and he's now slumped at a chair here, head in his hands like, shut up.
Jalak is just kind of at the bar, but you can tell that he's a little bit weak in the legs. He's just sort of like, there's the prince is in my bar.
Has anyone got any coffee? I can have, my head hurts so much.
Just as Yuki walks past, smacks Jack on the back. How are you still getting hungover? You're constantly drunk.
I didn't drink for nearly a week. The collective hangover has finally caught up with me. This is 20 years worth of a hangover.
What do you
For
mean you
anyone,
didn't drink for nearly a week? You were drinking when we got here 3 days ago.
That doesn't count. That was Fey wine.
for anyone that's ever watched Archer, Lana, if I stopped drinking, the collective hangover would literally kill me.
Jack
If
is
you've
going
got a
through this right
hangover,
now.
why don't you just start drinking again and bury it?
Because I'm trying not to drink.
The prince, in a surprising, like, commoner way, just goes, "Oh, I know that one. I believe they call that hair of the dog."
In his case, it'd be hair of the hellhound.
Thanks. Oh, God, my head.
Zidar goes, "Right, well, if we are planning on getting out of here, we can either go back to your hideout, go through that portal, and we'll be above Ansharis,
But what about your ship?
or I could teleport
say
us
Van
back
Baron.
to my ship, and then we fly back. But that will be we'll be away for another 2 days for the journey back."
I feel like you're attached to your ship, being a captain. Though, what's the saying going down with it and all?
Oh, I would.
Was that not a thing?
She
here?
did. Can confirm she did. That's
Well,
what we met her, we
my niece
rescued her.
had, my niece
Yuki,
had
did-
offered to give us a ship. Well, give us a lift to Anfaron to get the ship. But if you can teleport us, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
You
We can
have
take a
to-
ship if you want. It'll just mean that we'll be flying past Ansharis to get to Anfaron to get to my ship to then come back. That doesn't make any sense.
Yuki, did you get the word that we had the prince so the queen could, not stress?
Queen,
Yes,
Hmm.
because the queen is missing the prince.
Oh.
He just kind of
You did get the message back that we had recovered.
we'll just
Prince?
take him with us.
Oh, no.
I only went to tell Zinlani that she isn't gonna worry about a vampire coming to chew on her ass anytime soon.
Well,
Does anyone have the means to contact the queen?
Zithara kind of looks up. She's like, "I've already told Zidar that we've got him."
Thank you.
the
Sir-
lion who jumped out the window.
Different one. There's
Long
Ah.
story.
long story. That one that jumped out the window is not from here, but is from here. He's from an alternate.
I get you. I don't echoes all that.
He's from a
Echoes.
mirror world.
Yeah.
Oh.
Things went a lot different in that world.
Doppelganger, basically.
You should see my echo in the mirror.
I don't think I want to.
Well, Your Highness, would you rather go back immediately or have a 2-day journey by airship?
I've never actually travelled on an airship before.
We are your humble subjects.
No, we're not. We're mercenaries.
No.
I feel like it
Should've
would be
been
nice.
A prince from
Would be
an
nice to go by airship.
The fresh air would be quite nice, I'm not going to lie, guys.
Didn't you want to? I mean, I'm assuming it's not all of us that are going back. You guys are doing something with your fallen comrade's body, are you not?
Yeah, Gunfar, we need to take him back. to the
Oh,
forefront.
yeah, I forgot he was on my back. I was too
And-
busy eating my breakfast. Yeah, we've got to take him back to his dwarves. We need to go to Ells Creek.
The prince looks over at Yuki and goes, "Do you think your sister would be able to lend them a ship?"
I mean, that is yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, it'd only be a one-way trip, like. That's all she offered me.
The dwarfs would get us to Fairwatch, and then we could get a ship back from there.
sounds like a plan then.
I'd probably stay in the area and help looking for hunt some large targets. Actually,
I would need to get back to Ansharis
Oh.
though.
I was gonna go back to with the giants. They're not far from Hell's Creek actually. You can come back and we can hunt some big things as well if you want. We can go kraken fishing.
oh, I can turn into a sea serpent, and we can have a what's the word called? Kaiju fight.
You guys do that. I'll get back to Ansharis because I need to give Eliath a sideline look. There's still people that need healing after the attack on the city.
Eliath's hand still, head still buried in Pan just goes, "That wasn't me, technically."
And you need to speak to a person, remember?
Just get her.
Like telling a boat that was driven by someone else that captain must apologize.
Zithara kind of sidles on over next to Quetz and just goes, just reaches into a pocket and pulls out a sending stone. Pops it on the table in front of you. When you have done what you need to do, contact me on that. I should be able to get you back to Ansharis fairly quickly.
You sure?
Absolutely fine.
Thank you. I was going
Much
to
rather get you back.
take a private charter, but this is absolutely preferential.
You'd be out for almost 2 weeks, so I don't think
Yeah.
people would be able to. Critical care is not going to be able to deal with that many people by himself.
Even with the two of us, we've been struggling, I won't lie. It's been draining. Especially with the constant ministering to Zidar as well. He is better, but
You have been doing all the stuff on Zidar as well. Critical care has not had a chance to be able to go up there yet.
yeah, that's what I mean. So doing Zidar and healing, it's been draining for everyone though. But Zidar it's been difficult. The saving grace, ironically, is that neither of us really need to sleep.
So is this where we part ways for a bit?
I guess we'll split the party.
The giant party that you have.
The super party.
Oh, we stay together.
Forever.
Best friends
Fuck.
forever.
Zithara, like, what? She's put the sending stone down. You put it in your pocket. She kind of gets up as you get up, Quetz, and she kind of like stands in front of you for a second, and then she hugs you.
I would be very taken aback and be like, thank you. Pat, pat, pat.
Pats you on the back. She's like, "Take care of them. Take care of yourself.
We
Let me
will.
know when you want to come back."
Will
She takes
do.
you off. She comes over, Gunfar, there, and she just kind of drapes herself over your back, hugs you sort of like round the neck, and she's just like, "Don't go flashing anybody else now."
Oh, I know.
Ooh!
Why is it all for you now? Is it? He'd turn around on his chair and literally just pick her up. for a
She's
hug.
like, "Oh, okay, right, thank you." She just hugs you around your like your neck and your head, pats you on the back.
No promises though. Just put it like down.
And then she kind of with like she delicately avoided Isamu, and she kind of to the body, just on the head, she just kind of places her hand. She's like, maybe they'll be able to do something, maybe they won't. Either way, it was nice to know you well. I did. Rest well. Who else is going? Oh, Saf, bye.
After all that effort,
I just don't think you. She kind of goes back to the bar. She's like, "Do you really want a hug?"
handshake.
Okay. She comes back round. She gives you a handshake. She goes back onto the bar. She's like, "No, even that felt weird." Elias just kind of looks at you three that are going to be going and goes, "I will be forever indebted to you. I thank you all so much."
Well, I assume I can't have your heart
Why?
now, for he'll probably delete me when he gets back. So
I would prefer it if you didn't, but there is a member of the Eight in which, if you get there in time, I'm sure you could take something.
the last one wasn't strong enough either.
Gunfire just leans into Lucian. Why is he thankful to me? I only beat the snot out of him.
Quetz would look at Elias after that and just go, "Don't worry,
Beat the eight
you'll
out
see
of
me
it.
soon."
I will keep to our deal.
I will make sure you do as well.
You won't be there. You can't make sure of shit. And at which point, Teraann just goes, "No, but I can. I like the snake
Queen.
man.
Doesn't do anything.
So you listen." Elias just goes, "Yes, okay."
You will walk your
Kind of
path
like
of
you've been told.
redemption, and when we meet again, I will help you.
Thank you.
Well, providing the Queen doesn't make you blow up, but
I mean, yes, this is all dependent on whether I die in 3 days' time or not.
Well, if it helps, I'll bring you back when I get back.
No, thank you.
he's already been undead once. He doesn't need to do it again.
I like to keep my skin. I know what you summon.
I
That
was
was
just going.
Luda, I'm guessing. Not
Yeah,
Sarth.
Oh, my mistake.
that's what I'll get back. I'll bring you back.
Rewind that. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Thank you. So do they go?
Sarth's not going to try and get that body for the Queen.
Sarth knows when to not overstep sometimes.
He's not that much of an idiot. So are those three gonna head out?
I presume so.
Yuki would hand them some kind of token to show the ship guy.
So, those three vacate. Where the hell did Quetz go?
I deleted him.
Oh, fair. Delete.
He gone!
Sarth will never be seen again because I have to remake him.
Zidara's like, meet me out front in a minute and I will have the circle prepared. I'll get us back to the ship.
Would you like a hand to half the time?
Can do if you want. She goes out the front.
I can't find
I,
it.
I also know teleportation magic, but I don't know if I want to get involved in that.
I don't.
She gives you all the symbols and stuff to kind of copy.
By the way, Perry, I apparently know two on this plane. Two random ones that you described that I know the destination of. When you first gain the ability to cast a spell, you learn the sigil sequence for two destinations on the material plane, this plane, determined by the DM.
She gives you the one for her ship and the one for the Pantheon of the Gods, which is the main temple in Ansharis.
That's the capital, isn't
It is.
And Anfarin is the cultural capital of the religion.
it? I just see Anne, I'm like, fuck.
This is why Jack
My
did
naming
what,
convention.
This is why Jack did what he did for the deal to get out of prison.
Yuki just comes out. You forgot to dot that rune.
Zidara's kind of looking down. She's like, "No, bastard."
Welcome.
Changes
I
it.
don't want to appear in a tree.
Different spell?
Gibbs kind of sat there at the bar and he's like, "Oh, okay. Are we going?"
Gib, yeah, we can go. Can I have a hand, please? Jack is got like the worst hangover you can ever imagine.
I will go and help Jack.
Thank you, Sark.
Come on, let's
Kind of
get
restoration.
you
do you?
going.
Oh god, I remember why I
Gibbs,
stopped
like-
drinking.
Gibbs on the quite high stool is like, and he just Elias comes over and he just kind of grabs him and just goes, "Come on," puts him on the floor. Gives that, "Ooh, hee. Are you going to turn me to a vampire?" Elias just goes, walks away, just chomps at him and then walks away. And Gibbs just goes, "I think I peed."
Pan would walk up and go, "Don't worry, if he bites you, those teeth aren't real anymore. They're all fake."
I still peed.
Prestidigitation?
I don't have a character sheet for Pan, so I can't tell you that or not.
I'm trying to remember. Did he ever like spam it at all?
No, he tried to spam Vicious Mockery. Remember?
So everybody comes out, and Zathara just goes, I don't think I can take everybody. You might have to take a couple, if that's all right.
Well, we can fit 10 through in the time.
Should be able to.
Wait. Yeah, 10. That's math. I did math right.
Good. Right. Everybody ready? The
Aye, Cap.
runes all glow. She kind of raises her hand. Everything
Go,
lights up.
Go.
You all run through. You all end up. Oh, I'm gonna have to get everybody out again. Where the? I've got to scroll up. Jesus Christ!
We can
right,
get
there
our
it
own tokens out if it helps you.
is. Boom. Yes, please.
Oh, I'm
I
still
don't
there.
need to get out. I'll add Pan though.
So you appear down in sort of like the bowels of the ship, and she opens up a hatch. You guys all come out,
I'll just
and
leave.
the ship is very much like kind of gross smelling at the moment because it is still in the foresty, swampy area-ness.
Prestidigitation!
Jack
As I
would
go.
run to the nearest side and just over the side. With teleportation, the smell, and the hangover, he's nope. I'm
Sadara
doing
comes
Orion at my wedding.
up.
You got it over the side, not up the walls.
Zidar comes up to the crystal, which, as you all know, was shattered. And she's like, well, I'm glad that held. And the prince goes, you're one of the only captains I know that actually does this with their ships. It's a very clever technique. She's like, I know. She touches the crystal and it just kind of shimmers for a second. Then you see this magic just go and dispel off it. And the crystal is perfectly fine. It just stops bastards stealing my ship when I'm not around. Right. Let's go. She gets everything moving. The engines like hum to life. The ship just kind of picks up, turns, stays really, really close to the trees, and flies away from the floating city.
Oh shit! Yeah, it was
Can-
right into.
Can someone tell me the lovely floating crystal?
It's dwarven. It's floatstone. It's called.
Gibbs sat on one of the
Oh, I
banisters.
don't
He's like,
know those.
it makes everything go wee. Oh, speaking of which, I need to change. He runs back down into his room, gets on a new little pair of trousers, and comes out. He's like, oh, we've got no food, so this is go. Well, we have a little bit of. No, it's gone bad. Oh well. Hungry for
Well,
a few days.
No, in our luck, there'll be some kind of flying monstrosity that tries to attack us that we can eat.
No, your 2 days flight back are very uneventful. I know.
What?
Nothing really happens.
I was
You come
kind of hoping
across.
to see the prince actually do something for once.
You do see some Skerath off in the distance, a kind of like a shoal of them flying. But you can see that they have
Eldritch
young.
Blast.
They have young. They're a little bit too far away for that. They have young with them, so they're just not interested.
How
then-
far's too far?
And then you see a really,
Yeah.
really big Skirath behind them. Remember?
You just see this slight shadow that dwarfs
Good.
everything.
Good.
Turok Maktor.
At which point you, on the sort of eve of the second day, you can see Anfarin and Sharis coming up in the distance. As you get closer and closer, the city itself no longer burning. There's no longer fires. There is still destruction. There are still buildings that have fallen down. But the ships coming in and out are kind of back to standard traffic from what most of you remember. The city itself, the lower quarter is now, there's just basically nothing left. It is just crumbled buildings, but there doesn't appear to be any more fighting. The zombie outbreak has basically been, you assume at this moment, quelled. There's no more burning bodies. That's all been dealt with.
As
As
we
you kind of
as we approach, can I look above the city and try and see where, if this thing has now been revealed, as Zidar jumped through a window?
roll a perception check.
Ooh.
Guidance.
I'm going to as well.
Well, not too bad.
It's
That's
not very good.
a 23.
Rolled a 14. My plus 10 to perception.
Jack has decent perception, so. Nope. Doesn't matter.
Who didn't know fucking shit about any of this?
Doesn't matter about what Jack rolls.
You all kind of look around trying to spot the little sort of like nest building that you were in. You kind of all think you know the rough area, but you don't see it.
Elias, whereabouts is your little hideout up there?
He kind of looks, his points, just where that rather large branch pops out there, pretty much just below it.
That's pretty high. How did you even get something up there?
Yeah. Are the Griffin Riders?
Griffin Riders?
Why does he sound so surprised?
Yes.
There's Griffin Riders?
Thanadar kind of looks down at you all leaning over the banister. Yes, they are one of our prized military units.
Sure, we heard about this somewhere.
You gotta remember, guys, I was with the humans, they didn't want me, and then I was in one of your prisons. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Jack.
And you were drunk the whole time.
Pleasure
yes.
to meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, Your Honour. Highness. Lord.
Yes, the Griffin Riders, well, they're, I wouldn't say slightly better than the Royal Guard. They're just on par, but they ride Griffins. They're more of one of our elite sort of, I don't know, flying cavalry unit, I suppose.
I mean, if they ride Griffins, they're already cooler than the Royal Guard, sorry.
They do have better armor.
They're gonna look cooler.
They do. They do look wonderful.
Hey,
Quite scary to have.
Battle of the mind is half a battle. If you can scare an enemy, they're already half beaten.
Oh, exactly. The only problem is the humans now have dragon riders, so, you know,
Oh.
potato, potato.
I've heard about those. I think the humans were talking about one when I was with them. Mirathrix was mentioned.
Yes, Mirathrix, the chill wind.
I don't
Been
know,
trying
but
to
the
hunt
bullets we were
her for
talking about
ages.
were shit scared.
Yes, we've been trying to hunt her down for a while, but never really come close. Most people that meet her don't really walk away from it.
I definitely got that impression. Even the humans were scared of their own, which says a lot.
There are rumors that the rider is one of the members of the Eight, but we don't know how true that is.
I mean, it would make sense. An 8 having a dragon pet.
That definitely would.
That's a horrific thought. Oh my god.
It is. Maybe let's not dwell on that.
I've just made an evil enemy even worse. I am sorry.
And Eliath, who I have not put on the map. He's gone.
I've seen dragon
He's
riders
hiding.
before.
He never came through the portal.
He's like, haha, I'm free.
Eliath kind of stood underneath the prince, just sort of looks around and goes, so, when we get into the city, is this going to be a kind of parade me through type thing? Am I going to need to be made an
No.
example of?
No, I think if we parade you through, you'll be dead before we get to Zidar.
Yeah, I'd rather not have that happen, to be perfectly honest.
Your Highness, I think the ball's in your court.
I can get him through. It's fine. To be honest, I'd rather not be noticed outside the city walls, so...
So how are
Zithara
we gonna
kind of...
get you through?
Zithara at the helm, she's just like, I've got some spare clothes and stuff downstairs if you want to dress up and kind of hide your faces a little bit. Yes.
This is above board.
Oh, okay.
Did we ever get the permit sorted for her to land at Fairwatch Manor? as a private
None of
mooring.
the current people own Fairwatch Manor.
But it's still owned, and the caveat was for Zidara's ship. Her ship specifically to land
It
there.
was indeed, but
I
she
can't-
hasn't been back to
I say,
collect it.
I was gonna say I can't remember if we did or not because it has been a while.
A hot minute.
Ask him, Alistair.
Technically, the only one who owns Fairwatch was Quet. He was the only one who signed something.
Yeah, it's
True.
still in his sole ownership.
So, has Quet sorted it in his time away?
That is a good question, actually, Josh. I will leave that to you.
Quetz would have
As
sorted it.
Quetz. Okay.
Quetz is scared of Zidar.
No,
Has he been able
Quetz
to
is scared
tell
of
Zidara?
Zidara.
That's what I said.
You said Zidar.
I think I said Ziv.
He would have told her as she was leaving. Like, would have been like, just to let you know, you can land at Fairwatch now. We've cleared it with the city.
Okay. That's fine. I will happily accept that because that is not a problem at all. Zithara just goes, no, I've got a place that I can land now up at the, in the top ring. So we should be okay. And the prince just goes, they're allowing you to fly in and above the city. Kind of looks, she gives him a little bit of daggers with a smile and just goes, I beg your pardon, your highness.
I don't think the prince is aware of the rules of the ship, Zithara. But Prince, there is an easy exit over the side if she pisses you off. Even you, I think.
He just kind of looks, smirks at her. I meant nothing by it, Zithara. It's just the last time that happened, we lost a bell tower.
To Zithara?
And he looks over at you and just goes, yes.
I just turn to Zithara.
Don't say anything. I swear to the gods.
How about a different story? How the hell do you know
Yeah,
Unlemon?
that's not a bell I'm gonna put on.
You could just use his thaumaturgy to make bells sound.
Ludin grabs the banister in front of him, just hearing the tipping rule.
She holds the wheel and she does tilt it ever so slightly in the ship, kind of, you all go a little bit off kilter. What was your question?
How do you know Unlemon?
It's at some of the universities, especially some of the magical ones, you can study plane travel. Before all the shit went down here, we had multiple people that were plane travelers. You probably had some visit Anlema. People from Anlema probably came here. But with the gate down, it's not what happens anymore.
So this gate seems to restrict all planar travel for the sheer fact that he just to himself, I'm here.
We're not entirely sure how it works at the moment, but it appears that people can come in. God knows people can come in. The amount of portals that I've had open above this ship is fucking phenomenal.
You seem to attract them.
I know, and I don't like it.
Have you ever thought, Zithara, that your ship is made out of portal magnet material?
Or maybe you yourself, the whole Quincy magic and everything like that.
True. I'd rather not delve into the situations as to how or why. I just accept it when it happens, and then there are people here. It's just what happens.
Who then get thrown overboard.
If they don't shut up.
As a Farah, I've just had a thought. I'm the only person that was here when a portal's opened on the ship. Aside from you and Gib, of course.
That is true.
No one else knew that.
No, that is a good point.
I hope they all think you're crazy.
I wouldn't care if they did.
I already did.
And she kind of, the ship sort of flies in and then now flies over the city. So anybody close to the edges, you can see that there are a lot of buildings in rubble, but they are already starting to rebuild. Things are starting to look slightly better. The city itself has a bit more of a better atmosphere to it. No longer crying, screaming, running, zombie nomming on people's faces type atmosphere. It's now a normal city atmosphere again.
You just hear from the from where Jack is like, oh, mind that bell tower.
She's holding on to the thing.
Nope, it's gone. I don't know why it just disappeared. Must be magic. Must be seeing things. and he just
Moves it all over.
he just kind of slink over to Sarkan and be like, I am never letting her live this down.
Oh, I wouldn't expect anything less.
To think Zathara of all people hit a bell tower. Can you believe it?
No.
You think
Grabs the banister a little
She's
tighter.
just such an excellent captain. I wouldn't have
know.
ever dreamed of it.
I know.
Glancing over at Zidara.
She's so amazing at flying. I never thought she'd fuck up that badly. I mean, it's a
You
bell tower. You
all-
can't
I'm
miss
going
them.
to stop speaking now.
You will see that you're coming up, like you're above the top ring at the moment, and there's a little kind of farmstead below you with a kind of a nice little landing pad ish, and she's kind of driving the ship sort of past it. Can I have Jack and
no.
Yuki please make Dex saving throws?
Oh
Yuki just
no.
purely because you're in the middle of the ship,
Okay.
and Sarkin actually.
Because we're in the middle of the ship.
Luden's like,
You all look, and everybody else has kind of braced themselves slightly.
Oh no.
Four.
Oh no. Dex
It's like-
saving
it's-
throw.
This dice really likes the number 17, so it's a dirty 20.
Nice.
Oh no.
is Jack and is Josh going to write up a new character?
Jack's going overboard.
I rolled a 2, which makes it a 4 as well.
That's
Wait, no.
Roll.
No, it's an 8. 8, I've got +6. I'm blind.
oh, I have +2.
So you see that she kind of
Okay.
flies past it slightly, and then she very rapidly spins the wheel to the right. The ship just lurches to the right-hand side. Both Jack and Sarkin just go flying. You impact the banister. You don't go over because she does tilt the ship slightly. You just kind of, because it tilts that way but turns that way, you fly almost upwards a little bit. Hit the banister. Both of you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage
That's not that bad.
as you hit the banister, but you don't go overboard.
No.
She kind of levels it out, looks back at you both, and she just goes, "Thank you for defending me, Sarkin. Sorry that hurt slightly.
It's quite
no.
alright, Captain.
Jack, you're lucky."
Yeah, so was the bell tower. Oh.
And she kind of, the ship sort of then comes to a halt, and then lowers
Oh god, my ribs.
and lands. The prince just kind of, it's actually good to be home for once.
Jack, heal 6 hit points.
Thank you.
How old's your mother, Mr. Prince?
She's getting up there slightly. She's very much still in her prime.
I don't mean to ask surprise, just knowledge. I'm just curious if maybe she knows my father and I could get some help.
Maybe she's. I'm not going to give you her exact age. That's not something that anybody likes to discuss, especially not of our lineage. But you could always ask her yourself.
Perry,
I'm
was it still
assuming
the
we're
same?
about to meet her.
Was it still the same queen when Yuki was a kid?
Yes.
Jesus, she's old. I mean, what?
Well, she was in place almost 900 years ago. So use that.
Jack would go, wow, she's old, and then realise what he said out loud and where he is, and go, oh, no, that was not meant to come out like that.
That's not old for elves of this plane.
Okay, but you got to remember, 1, I'm not from this plane, and 2, I look like this and I'm in my 30s.
No, very true.
Luden's going to walk up to Jack and say, guess how old I am?
Don't want
Just
to.
snugly. No, guess.
2000.
Oh, I'm not quite that old.
1,783 years?
I'm more on the edge of 1,431.
Oh. You weren't even alive when the village I was born in was made. Oh god, you're older than my village.
Elias kind of perks up and goes, "Sun elves live a rather long time."
Sorry, just
My
gotta take a thought.
grandfather. We've lost count.
Some would put them essentially immortal, but they're not. They like to think they are. Some elves are very arrogant. Sorry, Ruben.
Age-wise, we probably are. Blade, poison, things like that. Different story.
Right. I think it's probably, and Zidar kind of cuts off the prince. You should go to Zidar first. I think you're probably right. Zidar looks around at the rest of you. Besides, you all probably want your reward, don't you?
I just want my
Yeah.
ribs to stop hurting. It was deserved, but my god, it still hurts.
I've already healed you.
Yep. That means
Doesn't
the
stop
bruises
the
don't come
pain.
through. But my god, the ribs hurt.
I will be here. I'm going to take a small rest. If you guys want to, you are more than welcome to come back. I practically own this place, so you are more than welcome to come back, lodge for a bit.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, right,
And
it's not got
Your
a headset
Highness?
on. He's on the phone. Cool.
Okay, yeah, that's
You
fine.
probably did the one thing and none of us noticed that this
Yeah.
one time. All the other times we noticed. But
Who's he calling? At this
Who's
time
calling
of night
him?
as well.
who's
His
died?
care worker.
Let me just.
Helen!
There's a little smoosh.
Oyster Riley.
Yeah, doggo that goes woof, woof, woof.
Hello, my boo. He got spoilt this Christmas,
Said it Prada.
didn't you? You had, what did you have? You had some Christmas dinner,
It's not Claire. We're all good.
and then you had,
James, I did exactly what you said.
then you had an entire sausage the day after,
So did Perry.
and some more Christmas dinner,
No, his mother's couldn't have any.
didn't you? You had all the food, all the lovely food.
Give him tomorrow, it's a different story after work.
All the foods.
How was your mum anyway?
Fine.
And he's back.
Yeah, that was an interesting call.
Who was it?
It was my auntie. She asked me to pick her up from the train station by me and take her back home to Stafford. Turns out she got kicked out of the train station she was at in Liverpool. Had to get the train to Stafford, so I asked if I could pick her up from there and bring her friends back to Telford.
How far is that?
Leanne.
Yeah, Stafford's about a 40-minute drive.
Ouch.
I mean, that's where I was going to take her to anyway. So it's the same drive for me either way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And she's going to give me money, so.
Nice.
And I love that drive at night.
Do you need to go now, or when are you going?
No, the train won't get here till like 11:15.
Oh,
okay.
late anyway. Late.
Yeah, we got ages.
Oh, are you picking them up from Telford and taking them to Stafford?
No, picking them up from Telford, then bringing the Telford people back here.
Picking it from Telford and then bringing them back. to
Picking it up
Picking
from
them up from
Stafford.
Stafford, then bringing the Telford people back here.
So we'll need to wrap it up for the next half hour or so.
Yeah, about then. I'm going to leave it about 11:15.
Okay.
Because 40-minute drive, which won't take me 40 minutes at all.
That's fair.
No, don't say that on stream.
He never said it would take him less time. It could take him longer. He's a very safe driver.
Yes.
Yeah,
Definitely obeys all the speeding laws.
yes.
Has
Anyway,
Definitely.
before we say something incriminating,
Which means say
I
Anyone know
would
Ryan's number plate?
right.
I know Ryan's number
I
plate.
have it on a picture somewhere. It's in the Discord
I do
somewhere
as
as
well.
well.
Why?
Because
And where's this train station exactly?
because the last time I was walking home and put your wrist wiper up.
That's why I need a private number plate.
What was?
So Zafara just says that she's going to stay here. And the prince kind of goes, okay. Well, thank you ever so much for the teleport and the ride. I will obviously tell Zidar and my mother who helped. She kind of looks, she's like, thank you, Your Highness. Now, if you'd all be so kind. Get off my ship.
There's the Zidar we know.
Well, I'm like your oldest crew member, and since Gives the chef does not make me the first mate, really?
No. If anyone's
Why?
going to be first mate, it will be Gib.
But
He
Gives
Gib
the
sat,
chef.
sat on the banister above you and just goes, ah!
Would he not be quartermaster?
Is that a joke about my size?
No, Gib. Quartermaster is usually in charge of supplies like food and such. That was all.
I'll be both.
That's a lot of responsibility. But
I can take it.
Udin goes to offer his hand to Zara. Well, thank you very much for the lift.
You're most welcome.
Where are we going to find you, Nate, later for our next lift on our next wacky quest that we're going to go on?
I'll be here. You can come back to here and I'll take you wherever you need to go.
I feel
Awesome.
like you suffer a lot.
I do. I really do.
You're the envoy of the Slayers of Gods.
Demigods.
The job.
That is actually a very good title. I might
not-
have to start do some promotion.
Oh, Zithara. Envoy of the gods, chariot of the god slayers.
That's a little bit violent.
Okay.
We'll workshop it. Anyway,
I
go.
can do the song
Go.
and everything.
Please don't.
I'm already cooking.
What if
Oh,
You-
great. Here, okay.
Your Highness,
want-
please lead on.
Yes,
would you
I
like to
think
get
it's about
you a
time.
pin from what's his name, the dwarf Geiger? I was gonna call him Quasar.
No, that's a really good gun from Helldivers.
It is a really good gun from Helldivers. Who were you saying that to?
Zafara.
A
Does you want a
pin?
pin made? Yeah. Saying envoy of the Slayers of the Gods.
Because he makes
Something a little less wordy, but yeah, something like that would
Envoy
work.
of the god slayers.
Because now it still makes.
Yeah, that'll do. No, now that makes key rings now.
Yeah.
By the way, should we change the name of the ship to something then?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're a ship to change the name of, and Zafara won't let us forget it.
That's why I asked her to just do it.
I could do with a new ship though, so if you all want to chip in, we could get something better.
Can we get
I'm
some
just
quick
saying.
cannons?
They're a new fandangled invention, so probably not. Not in your price bracket anyway. That is a really difficult word to say.
Well, it
don't think-
depends
I
how
don't think
much
we've
Zidar values us retrieving the Crown Prince.
Or how much the Queen
Very
does.
true.
Do we even have a price bracket? I thought most of us were broke.
Hey, Your Highness, do you think the Queen would give us like a battleship?
No, they are entirely reserved for the Navy.
Yeah, worth a shot.
The only chance you're going to get one of those is if you commission one yourself and pay for everything.
How expensive
I
are
left
we
my
talking?
purse at home, guys.
Battleships on private build,
Hmm.
only one's ever been made, and it was converted into a luxury yacht.
Wow, that seems like a waste. Actually,
No.
was it a pleasure yacht?
No, just a regular yacht.
That it was a waste.
Yes,
Yuki, didn't
100%.
Pick up a book about battleships.
I don't remember what I did with that. I don't even remember if I read it.
Either way, the gentleman that bought said battleship it almost cost him just shy of 750,000 platinum pieces.
See, I thought you were going to say gold for a second, and that wasn't too bad. And then you said platinum, and that is bad.
I
It's
mean,
still cheaper than a house in the inner ring.
Since my niece is the
It was given to
governess
Saf.
of the
the
port
book.
that builds them all, we could probably get them.
You might get a slight discount, yes.
I mean, 10% is still more than we could probably afford.
Very true.
I mean, you could pull the thing that you are the oldest living Monzo, so, you know, you're the reason there is a navy.
Jack, I'm probably the
Wait,
oldest
wait,
living human.
Wait, you're
mate.
part of the credit card company?
No, that's Monzo.
Oh, I want to reach to the screen
Josh
and
said
slap-
Monzo instead of Manzo.
No,
so
I said Manzo. I said Manzo.
you didn't. You said
You
Monzo.
said Monzo.
No, I said
That's why I said it.
Manzo. Fuck off! I said Manzo.
You did not.
I will go back and watch the VOD.
You
It's like
can.
I crossed Zidar and Zidar's name and said Zidar. Yeah,
Zidara.
Zith. No, Zith.
Nevada.
I said Zithada.
So
Anyway.
you all kind of leave.
Yes.
And you walk through the upper rings streets. They're quite empty. But again, very few of the houses up here were even touched in the battle. So the rich people, as you walk past one of them, you can see one of the big gardens is getting sort of like just pruned and looked after. And there's a very angry rich person yelling at one of their servants.
This is
Just
the
over
middle
in the
class.
distance. No, this is the upper ring of the city.
Oh,
Eliath,
wow.
as well, walking is very uncomfortable. He's kind of shrunk into himself an awful lot. Kind of staying very, very close to Pan. And then for those eagle-eyed of you that notice, he just kind of slips kind of like a hand / couple of fingers just into Thanadar's. And they just kind of like hold fingers ever so subtly.
Okay.
You carry on walking, you take a left, you walk up the street towards the palace. And you can see that as you get closer, Zidar's fencing has all been repaired. His fountain is being repaired currently. And all the hedges and stuff are sort of like in the process of or have been sort of replanted and are starting to like kind of get ready to grow back into shape to make it all look nice again. Two guards stood outside. Instead of being the normal city guard in the gold armor, have been replaced. They are now royal guard. They are in silver armor. And as the prince kind of walks ahead of all of you, they all sort of look, and the one closest to you just looks. Your Highness, you're back.
I'd just be like, "You meant to salute."
And he goes, both of them then stand very rigid. He goes, "It's fine. Is Zidar in?" Yes, Your Highness. He's in. They immediately just open the gate.
How to fuck with guards 101.
Oh, this is a lot simpler when we come in with royalty.
I know, guys.
Oh,
Guys.
You even
I
have
just
to
need
check
to
what's
remember what he
ordered
looks
or
like. I
anything.
can make myself look like him. I can't imagine that'd be treason or anything, right? Right?
Yes,
No, it
definitely
very,
true.
very muchly would be.
Fuck. Okay. Never mind.
Even impersonating a guard is technically a crime.
Oh. Interesting. Anyway, let's carry on. Yes, let's not talk about the last city we were in.
So you walk up through up to the top. You get to his double doors. The window is repaired. No more broken window. Doors are completely repaired. He doesn't go to knock. Neither does Eliath. He kind of looks, waiting for one of you.
He walks up.
It's-
I got there
I
first.
didn't know you both kind of knock, but one slightly after the other.
He's significantly louder.
There's a pause, and then you hear a bolts and stuff, a chain move, and then the door kind of creak open slightly. Yes?
We're
We're
here.
back.
I'll let him tell it.
My goodness, you finally
I go, Prince,
It's Winona at the door.
Eliath.
She's
Hi,
still
Winona.
a little bit kind of battered and bruised, cut that's in the process of healing. But she looks a lot happier, a little bit more life and energetic. She's, Your Highness. And she kind of opens the door more, runs out, gives him a hug. And he goes, Winona. He hugs her back. How are you keeping? As they like just embrace. And she kind of pulls away. She's like, I'm fine. He's up there at the moment. He's doing better, actually. Critical care came round to see him yesterday. He had a small problem with his arm that someone was trying to help with. He was doing a good job, but it wasn't.
Someone.
The magic wasn't sticking. Critical care comes up, and he manages to sort it. Take him some time, but he has managed to sort it. So both of them have done wonderful jobs at keeping him here. He's been so worried about you. You look awful. He kind of chuckles. I know. Maybe go and see him. Yes, of course. He's up in on his balcony. I'll take you all. And as you all he comes in, Eliath kind of scoots in behind him, doesn't look at her. Pan's probably behind him. And she just goes, "Oh, you're an interesting fellow, and not someone that I remember."
Pan would give her a very regal bow.
Oh,
And
you are
would go,
kind.
My lady, my name is Panaetius, the satyr.
Oh, Winona. She holds out a hand.
He'd take it and do the very, very, very much the genteel kiss on the hand. My service is at your command.
Ooh. Quaint.
Ouch.
In you go.
He would verbally just go, ow.
Probably next. We'll go Luden. She kind of looks up at him. You're going to have to duck slightly.
I'm used to it. I'm tall even amongst my people.
She kind of walks in. She looks at Yuki. She goes, "Was it an eventful trip?"
You can say that, yeah. The other group was there as well. The guys that we hadn't met before that were apparently on the forest ship before us. They're more
Oh.
interested as well.
They're definitely something. I mean, there was that one guy. He was nothing but muscles, meat, muscles. Damn, he was scary.
Oh, you met Gunfar. Sweet boy, but yes, just pure muscle.
Definitely all brawn, no brain. But
Well,
my
we
god,
don't-
there's a lot of brawn.
He
We don't
certainly
want to
has
say
a
that,
snake.
but yes.
He certainly has a snake.
And then who's left? Jack. She looks at Jack. She's like,
Winona.
"Rough night?"
It's been 2 days since I've drank. And the last 20 years are catching up with me.
1 second. She comes in with Jack. And behind the door, there's like a little tray. There's drinks and stuff on it.
Just leaving
She's-
Sarkhan in the hall.
She picks up a drink. She hands it to you, and you can tell immediately it's a small little thing of brandy. She kind of goes back round. She's like, "How are you doing?" To Sarkin.
Ah, yes, excellent, actually. Thank you for asking.
You
How are
seem
you?
different.
Yes, a bit revitalized, let's say.
Well, it suits you, whatever it is.
Thank you.
Whose blood did he suck?
The
You said
hag.
she was still like a bit bruised and healing as well.
Yeah.
I'll cast a little bit of healing on her as well. For 6 points of healing. Just
Nice.
like a little green mote of kind of like almost ethereal fire just goes and sort of burns across the bruises, and then they're just healed after it goes up across.
You kind of like, "Oh, thank you, dear."
Of course, anytime.
She is already at full health. It just kind of the bruises sort of reduce slightly. Because I've never understood why you can go through all this fucking damage, sleep for 8 hours, and you're fine.
There is a optional mechanic in the Dungeons Master book which changes that.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be more descriptions. You are healed and you feel okay, but your wounds are still kind of there.
You're able to
Hence why
fight
the
at
prince
full
is still.
power, but you're still
Yeah.
injured.
Yeah, which makes more sense. You get the rest, but you're still
Scar
fucking
very
hurt.
quickly. Covered in scars.
You got to think as well. The higher level you are, you're not really. You're effectively superhuman.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah. So she kind of then closes the door. She takes you all up He's like, we're not going to go through the usual stuff. He's, you're all here and you all know the routine. Just, he's still tired, okay? He's just, well, he's going to be happy at least. Let's just put it that way. She knocks on the door. Yes. I have someone to see you. Who? Don't be like that. You're going to like this. Fine. Send them in.
I'm getting flashbacks of going to see my father when I was misbehaved.
I can't imagine
Right.
you ever misbehave. Actually, no, never mind. Yeah, I can see it.
Need
I only
to...
recently married the person I was supposed to.
Wait, you can't do arranged marriages?
When you're
Oh, yeah.
royalty.
Important person.
Did that?
Oh, you're one of those.
Sadly.
That explains a lot.
Oh no, the arrogance is just from who I am, not what I am.
Do you know what, Luden? I appreciate the honesty and the self-awareness. Not many people are that self-aware.
They're self-aware. Oh my god. Zidar kind of looks over as you all enter. And he's sat in his chair, writing in a book. He looks over. Ah, you all actually did it. Well, I owe somebody a drink. The prince just kind of looks and goes, did you honestly bet on the people that you sent to rescue me, weren't going to succeed? No. That's exactly what I did. Yes.
It 100% is, and I would like that drink, please.
He sounds
In
exactly
his-
like my father.
In his defense, it was advertised as a suicide mission.
He kind of ushers you all over. Winona sort of walks down the stairs. Prince walks over.
When you move Elias, if you want, I was going to say move Pan with him because Pan wouldn't leave Elias' side.
Lyeth drapes very closely behind him.
And Pan taking
Zidar
off his hat,
gets
like,
up.
Nope.
Zidar gets up. They both shake hands. He's like, oh, it's very good to see you. And it's good to see you. You look a bit hurt. He kind of touches around his face.
To be fair, Jack would pipe up. To be fair, yesterday at this time, both his knees were shattered.
The prince goes, ha! Yes. There was another one that I believe... So they got to you, did they? Yes, they did. I'm assuming that was you that sent them. Well, not me specifically, but I had a hand in it. Ish. Well, thank you. But yes, one of them did shatter both of my knees. Which one?
The Snake Man.
That does not surprise me, although I thought it would be the big one, to be perfectly honest.
He was busy wrestling with someone else.
Where are they at the moment? You're missing a fair few people.
They
The,
had
uh,
another errand to run.
Yeah, the robot Isamu, I think his name was, died, so they're taking him on a victory lap home.
He didn't die. I killed him.
You did not kill him, Jack.
I
Yeah, the
did.
demigod killed
No.
him. It was your choice. who he
Isaiah
killed.
was there.
Who?
The
Aside.
leader
I
of
think
the Eight.
The story from the very beginning would
Yes,
be a
there's-
better idea.
I would highly, as much as I want to know, it's probably best if you save it. Unfortunately, now that you are back in the city, your arrival has been noted and a partial council meeting has been called.
We will need your assistance with something, Zidar, though.
You also might want to hear one bit of the story
Yeah.
before you look behind the prince.
We need you to cancel the Queen for mercy.
kind of looks, and Eliath is very, very skinny behind the prince. At which point, Pan, you'd probably notice it. Yuki, you also notice it. The prince's hands are behind, and they are fully holding Eliath's. Like they are just hand in hand. Eliath is kind of like behind him, shrunk. The prince is like that, kind of almost like standing up a bit taller, shielding. Yes. He kind of looks around to the rest of you.
So, you know Eliath, the person that we were sent to kill? Well,
Yes.
it turns out he's actually not all that bad. And the real bad was one of the 8, called Isaiah the Weave, who kind of possesses people and has been living in Eliath for the past 600 years. We managed to extricate him from Eliath's body, and yes, we've brought the good Eliath back.
His face is just stone. Just listening to you.
He used to be quite the adventurer way back when he was very young.
Can
Can
confirm.
confirm he is very strong.
He was he's a great man. He would never willingly. This is Pambo. He'd never willingly hurt people. I've known him for now about just over 1,000 years, give or take, because statue shenanigans. But he's a good person. I can promise. And I would put my life on the line for that.
He looks around, and Eliath sees him looking around and kind of moves in the opposite direction ever so slightly.
Pam would pipe up again and go, also, if it makes it any better, the Snake Man said something about an oath and repentance and how he wasn't going to kill him. And he still has magic, so I know how paladins
Step
work.
forward. He kind of cuts you off. His voice kind of carries over.
Okay.
And Eliath kind of eases round. Steps forward. Zidar, standing practically in front of him, just looks. Eliath, head down. Thunderdar just nudges him with his elbow. He looks up and he meets Zidar's eyes. You all see him just go, swallow rather deeply. And Zidar kind of looks him over, and in a flash, none of you even have the slightest chance of predicting it. He just, and his greatsword, one-handed, is at Eliath's neck. It's just holding it there.
If Pan went to pull out his gun, would the prince stop him?
Is Pan pulling out his gun?
The moment that sword came out and it stopped and he realised what had happened, it would have taken him a few seconds. He would go to reach for the gun to pull it out just to point it at Zidar.
What side is your gun on?
My left side, so I'd pull it out with my right hand across.
I think if he wanted to kill him, he would have.
The prince's hand does come down and just grabs yours. Doesn't turn, doesn't look at you.
Are you
He
sure?
just grabs it. And he kind of, it doesn't say anything, but he just gives you like a little shake.
I will trust you because of what you mean to him.
He lets go. Do they speak the truth? Eliath, it didn't flinch, didn't blink. It's been a rough 600 years, but that is the simplified version of it, yes. Still holding the sword. Do any of you had anything to add?
If you have anyone who can read minds, I can literally pull the shred of memories from his last 600 years.
And if you want, I can cast Zone of Truth.
I think it's best if we head to this meeting. Sword comes up. Goes back on his back. This was not what I was expecting you all to come back with.
At
Granted,
least we
it is
came back with the
valuable.
prince.
It's valuable information. And yes, you have returned with the prince. And I thank you for that. And there are some new faces who I look forward to getting to know in due time. For now, follow me. He takes a step over. He walks through a door. And as he does, as he gets close to the door, you can see that there is a slight shimmer in it. And he walks through, and you no longer see him on the other side. You can see the
Oh,
corridor on the other side,
portal
but you
door.
can't see him.
Portal door.
More portals, Perry.
Du- 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 du.
At least he's a interplanar, not extraplanar.
Everybody kind of follows Eliath very, very closely behind.
Hmm?
Everybody else following?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Would now be a good time to stop, considering it's nearly 10:30.
Bear with.
I'm just thinking of Ryan.
So am I.
Why would you think of Ryan?
Unfortunately, he's related to me now.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh God, Hildrath. Hildrath.
Not the real Hildra.
You've never
Oh.
met him.
Oh God, no, we haven't. It was Ace. Oh, I'm so good at. Oh no, I can't throw Ace under the bus. Damn it.
Oh, that like lighting effect is amazing.
Mm.
The dragon.
Yeah.
Thank you. For the map, I
Prince
would like to
Vanador's
point
on there
out that
twice.
this is... Oh, so he is.
And Pan isn't, so I will do that.
I would like to point out that this map is
Oh,
from 2 Minute Maps. So if you do want to get any maps for your D&D games, head on over to there. We're not sponsored by them, but they are very good maps.
A
If you
box
wanna
just
sponsor us.
disappeared under the window.
Why did a box disappear under the window? Who
I
deleted
don't
something?
know. There was a square grid.
Yeah, there's
no
I
problem.
might have accidentally clicked into the source code. And
Sorry, I clicked
nearly edited.
fireball.
So,
So, as you walk in, you are met by a very long
God, that is long.
chamber.
I prefer round ones.
Oh, fuck off with your bloody. Oh, that puzzle.
And Zidar
We have
walks you
circle
up.
taps. Oops. Try and just select me and the weasel.
That's what I meant to do. And he walks.
Now I can see him.
Perhaps everyone for me. I see how it is.
I tried to, but you were in a different location. And he stops.
Oh, I think I'm now deleted, apparently.
No, you're still there.
Oh, you grabbed me then. Okay.
As you walk up, you all take stock. Dead ahead, underneath the beautiful stained glass window, there is a kind of built platform that is shrouded in sort of like translucent curtains, black curtains, and inside you can see a figure sat on a chair. Over onto the left, you can see a halfling, female, dressed in quite regal clothes, blonde hair. Cutesy looking, but in the later stages of life, she looks probably in her sort of the
Middle-aged.
equivalent of 40s, early 50s. Over to the left of her, you can see a dark elf. He is very, very prim and pampered. He has kind of makeup around his eyes that kind of go off into little things, and he's got some like bluey eyeshadowy stuff on. Got some earrings in, typical dark elf white hair, but it is all very much styled and all in place. And then over on the other side, you can see another high elf, very, very light blonde hair, very regal clothing. Quite soft features, not as pointed as normal high elves are. Zidar comes in and goes, council members, as you can see, the prince has returned.
Oop. Sorry, I clicked the wrong window.
And they all kind of look over you all, and there's a brief moment of silence. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
I'm not showing audio. You didn't hear the video I accidentally started playing. Again.
No, we can't. You're all good.
I turned off shared audio for streaming.
So yeah, we'll end it there. So yeah, 2-minute tabletop maps. Or 2-minute maps. Yeah, no, 2-minute tabletop maps. Just type in 2-minute maps on Google. You'll find it. They're good. They got free. They got paid. Use them all. He's a wonderful, wonderful artist. They are brilliant.
Free assets for Dungeon Draft. That's how I made
Yeah,
my map.
free assets. They've got so much on there. So please do check them out because they are wonderful. But we will, oh my God, we'll pick up in the new year.
New year, new
In
arc, boys.
2025.
New year, new arc.
New year, new characters.
No, not yet. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I've got 2 backups. It's all right.
But yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching. This is probably like another 3-4 weeks away on YouTube. So enjoy watching it then, because you're probably watching it. I'll be saying Merry Christmas and hope you've had a good New Year. And yeah, we'll see you in 2025. We'll be in 2025 by the time this one goes up, which is fine. But yeah, thank you all ever so much for watching.
I apologize.
He has.
Life has been
Thank you all ever so much for watching. We shall see you in 2025.
Bye-bye.
Newbie.
Bye.